You are listening to the Hello Sport Podcast.
All right, welcome back to the Hello Sport Podcast, home of unqualified opinion and unwavering bias. Back for another week. Today being, awkward hand touch there with my co-host Edward Simpson. Today is the 25th of October 2021 in the year of our Lord St. Peter Volandis. Hope you're well, brah. Miss you, brah. How are you, Ed?
Good, mate. Also missing St. Peter.
I'm missing him.
Yeah,
You
that's
know?
accurate, mate. I actually wasn't thinking that I was missing him until you put it in my head, and I'm like, fuck, I miss him.
I miss him. I am not even joking, and I swear on my life, this is only just as I'm saying it. He was in a recent dream of mine, and I don't know why, but I'm seeing the interaction I was having with him. I'm like John
what was
Edwards,
the
where it's like,
interaction?
you know, you're like crossing over and I'm speaking to dead people.
What
It's
was
like,
the interaction?
I can't remember. It was good though. Like it was friendly. Like it was like he was happy to see me,
Sure.
but I don't remember what it was.
Do you
Anyway,
think he came to you?
in a dream,
Yeah.
and was like, send me an email, ask me for tickets to the races. I'll give them to you. Maybe. Listen, PVL,
Is that like, that's not unrealistic?
if you're listening, which I know you are, would love to get back in the president's suite or whatever it is.
Director's box.
Director's
Director's
box.
lounge.
Yeah.
Well, I think the time's right. I think
The
time
White
is
House.
nigh.
Yeah, the time is nigh to get back into the White House of ponies.
I think we sit down, we break bread.
Yeah.
You obviously, rip into a couple of oysters. We watch on,
We watch on lovingly as you drink Pepsi Maxes and eat oysters. Have us in.
pound
know,
away at
pound
lobster
away.
and prawns and,
Whatnot.
et al.
I might pinch a little bit of lobby off the plate. While
Well,
you're
like,
not
you know
looking.
what? If I was going to go back, if we were to be invited back, I wouldn't have any problems with maybe just going, Peter, do you want to fucking
Can I pinch some of your lobby?
can you slide down some of that lobby?
We're at the point, I
I
think
think
now.
we're at that point now where he'll look at me and go, "Of course, mate.
Of course, you can pinch some lobby, or we just go before we get there and go. We want the
We want what you had.
We want the
last time.
same meals
I
as
probably
you.
won't need as much. I could probably comfortably halve that and be full for a week. But
I would comfortably take that much lobby, dude. Are you kidding me, Eddie? When
dude,
you
his plate was.
yeah, but when you
It
get
wasn't just the lobby.
no,
There was all the prawns.
Yeah,
he had like 500.
it was a
oysters.
meal fit for a king. When you are in that position, if you're in a position to get fucking free lobby, you don't go, underdo me here. I'd prefer to walk out of there with some left on the plate because I couldn't handle that much lobby. And crabs and fucking,
That's what he had, crabs as well.
he had it all.
He had it all. Yeah.
But I would
if
ask.
if it's come from the water, it was on the plate.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. If it lives in the ocean, except for like dolphin and
mammals.
whale. Yeah, he didn't do mammals.
No sharks either.
no
But
sharks
You
either.
get the point. You get the point.
Yeah. But I would say if we go back, I want what he's having. I don't want to have to pinch lobby. I want it to be like the three of us next to each other.
That would be fucking hilarious if we went back there and
Demanded
we
lobster.
got the St. Peter treatment. And everyone would be like, who the fuck are these guys?
The St. Peter meal.
We'll get the St. Peter meal, thanks,
Yeah,
mate.
thank you.
We'll call ahead.
Yeah, exactly. Just some dietary requirements. Yeah, I have to eat what PVL's having. Have to. It's essential. Anyway, this is just completely, there was no intention to start on the St. PVL train, but
But you dreamt it.
dreamt it. Miss you, brah. Hope you're well, brah. Please reach out, brah. I don't know if we said it on
after
the potty,
yourself,
but his baggy green is hanging in his office, and when he was on the Today Show, it was visible in the background, so that's cool as well.
It's got pride and place.
Pride of place. How are you, Edward? Did you have a nice weekend, mate?
Great weekend.
Yep.
Great weekend. Went up to Jonah's for my sister's birthday.
Oh, is that why we saw you in the limousine on the
She
weekend?
organised a limo, which was fucking hilarious.
It looked
I'd
like
never
a
been
great
in
day.
a limo.
Hadn't you?
No.
Perfect timing to align with your big fucking pony win.
Fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
They it's comfortable,
Yeah.
tacky as fuck.
That's what you
the
want.
Point.
That's the point.
Like neons and shit in there.
Yeah.
Hilarious. Like bottles of champagne, you're driving up there. How's fucking try this on for size. When we hopped into the limo, guess what's in there?
What?
3 bottles of champagne and a bottle of Sunkissed.
The sun-kissed. Wow.
I'm like, that is such a nice touch.
That is a nice touch.
If I hop into a limo and there isn't a bottle of Sunkist in there, I'm furious.
Sun-kissed is almost the stretch Hummer of the soft drink world.
Yeah, it is. And that's why it was in there. Because it's like, I'm a limo guy.
Yeah.
You know what
That's
I mean? You
so
don't
good.
drink alcohol? Have a nice glass of Sunkist.
Have a tall glass of Sun-kissed to help get you in the mood. That's fucking fantastic.
Yeah, dude.
Love
so
that.
that was good fun.
How old was she turning?
She's 25.
Wow. Prime of her life stuff.
Prime of her life.
Happy birthday, Amelia.
Happy birthday. So that was good. That was a fucking good time.
Yeah, that looked like a fun time.
How'd you go, buddy?
What
You
happens?
just like having 2 kids and shit?
Dude, just having 2 kids, you know? There's not much that you can really do. I think, I'm just trying to think back to my Saturday. Did I do anything? You kind of have to find things to like pass the time. That's sort of what it is. I'm like a professional time killer, you know?
You have to pass time now.
Well, like, you know, you're passing time in a nice way. It's not like you're not enjoying it, but it's like you've got to take them to the park or fucking, you know, get them to well, it's tomorrow with Evie because newborn Zoe sleeps basically all day and just guzzles booby milk like it's going out of fashion. Like it's sun-kissed in the back of a limo.
Yeah.
But Evie's like fucking, I need to be entertained. So, you know, it's just about doing that. I did find, and I don't want to uncover it because then every young family and their child will do it. And it's like, it's obviously known because there were people there, but I feel like it's not that well known. And I've basically found like an oasis for fucking parents with kids. And it's in Centennial Park. And that's probably going to give it away already. But you go there. I've been in Centennial Park for years, running around there, you know, pounding pavement, fucking playing cricket, whatever. Didn't know this fucking place existed. And it's like in the middle of it, it's got like a fucking mini water park. It's got a bamboo forest with a huge fucking slide in it that like I could go down, which I did and embarrass myself. Well, Evie was on my lap. It was big. It's a big fucking slide, like an internal one. And then all the parents wait at the bottom if they aren't man enough to go up and go down with their kids. I am obviously man enough. But like you got to climb up this fucking weavy bamboo like thingo. And then I get down to the bottom and my shorts have ridden so far up my asshole and all my nuts are almost ripping off that I had to like woo us up with maybe like 3 meters to go so that I could like shuffle down and get my nuts out of my butthole.
Oh my God.
That's not the point though. This oasis in there, it's got bathrooms. I know that seems like it's not that cool, but if you're like got kids, you need to be able to shit and wee.
Yeah, but you know,
There's a cafe in there.
There's nothing cool about having to hold onto a fucking piss.
No, exactly. Or being caught
even
pissing in like a kid's oasis. You know what I mean? If you got to go behind a tree.
Yeah, I know. Quick way to get a fucking rest.
Yeah, exactly. And then also like a barista in there if you need a coffee.
Oh, okay.
It's good shit, dude. It's really good shit. And I was like, wow.
So we're worlds apart now, you and I.
I don't know you anymore, dude.
I'm in a limo. You're in like this kid oasis.
I'm in a kid oasis going, wow.
Fucking pulling your nuts out of your ass.
Out of my asshole. You know what I mean? So we are worlds apart. But my weekend sort of finished off. I had a couple of things. Again, it was all very homey shit, right? Firstly, I embarrassed myself from a handyman perspective in front of my mother-in-law again.
Again?
Yeah, dude.
What's going on?
It's third time.
I'm aware. I'm counting.
So we had to put some locks on the windows. For those keen real estate minds out there, you'll know that if you're in a building that's under strata, then they are obliged to put child safety window locks in for you. If you aren't in a building with strata and you have a stingy fucking landlord, then they're just going to go, hey, fuck you, do it yourself. I'm not in strata. So I had to go get these locks to put on all of our windows. So like the window only opens a certain thing unless you got a key.
of them.
Okay, cool. As I'm applying them, first one, Steph's sort of like watching me do it, and the mother-in-law's just sitting in the living room. And then the second one, I'm like, I've got it, relax, it's all good. And the second one, I put it too low, so now the window doesn't close. And she's just laughing at me, going like, you're a different breed. She was like, lucky I didn't know this about you until after you basically married my daughter and had our grandchildren. I was like, yeah. You would have I don't think you would have been as encouraging of the union had you known how much of a beater I am.
Did she put her hand up to be like, I'll do the locks?
No, she told Steph to do it. And I was like, nah, listen.
She told Steph to do it.
Yeah, she goes, you should just fucking do it. Or she was like, stop talking to him while he tries to do this stuff. He can't do two things at once.
Which is not wrong.
No, she's fucking 100% right.
Men can't multitask.
No, I
Never
can't.
been able to.
No.
It's one of life's great mysteries that women can. I cannot do two things at once.
I can't do it, dude. I can't do it. And then the weekend really finished off. Well, it was accentuated last night so I put Evie to bed. That's my it just depends. She just needs someone to lay with her for a little bit at nighttime. Just like you lay on the floor and then she'll get settled. Anyway, I fell asleep. Daddy's back drinking again. I've had 3.5 drinks since Thursday, and I had a little whiskey with dinner. And because I'm no longer piss fit, it put me on my ass. And
Did it really?
I just you get a bit ooh.
Welcome back.
Yeah. So I fell asleep on the floor of Evie's room. Woke up maybe an hour later, and I was like, oh, what the fuck? It's maybe 9 o'clock. I walk out of her room into the kitchen, and there is a fresh tin of cookies on the bench, and I'm like, holy shit, Steph's gotten to some bacon while I was asleep. This is phenomenal. I get in there and I'm pounding them, and they're big motherfuckers, big fucking choc chip bastards. And I can hear her in the living room on what I thought was on the phone, or I didn't know if someone was in there with her, but I was just like, I'm just gonna eat some cookies and I'm gonna go and fucking chill in the bedroom because I don't feel like talking to anyone. I just feel like fucking smashing cookies. So I had 3 of these huge fucking cookies in 10 minutes.
10?
Honestly, it was 10 minutes. And then Steph comes out of the kitchen with someone else, and I'm like, oh fuck. So comes out of the living room with someone else, and I'm like, oh, so someone is here. I better pop my head out and just say g'day. It's so I'm not being rude. It was one of her friends, Emily, who's also just had her second child. She'd just come over to say g'day, and I didn't know this, but Emily had brought over a box. Emily had just baked Steph some, what are
cookies.
they? Well, yeah, there's a name for them that I've got to basically remember here, because fertility cookies to aid with milk production and help breastfeeding. And so this chick's just going in and she's like, they meet me in the hallway and they're like, oh, Emily just brought over all these cookies for fucking to help with my breastfeeding. I'm like, what? Yeah, they've got some stuff in them to help the milk come in, and I'm like, right. Oh, I just had one. What? I'm like, well, I had a couple. How many did you have? I was like, 3. They're like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Fertility cookies.
You haven't started lactating yet.
Well, not yet, dude, but I'm on high alert. If you see them start to come through my shirt while we're doing the fucking podcast, you'll know why. It's not blood, punters and dribblers. The milk's arrived. But
you'll be mate. It would be yeah.
The look
subbed in as a wet nurse at home.
The look on Steph's face of embarrassment, as well as the look on Emily's face of who the fuck is this guy? What's he doing here? I'm just fucking I haven't even been here.
Hey, you're asleep on the floor in the bedroom.
Who's woken up, pumped fucking half the cookies in there, gone and sat on the bed, and then we come out, and you're just like, oh my God, I can't believe you, dude. I was like, I am fucking embarrassed.
Oh, that's so funny, dude.
Yeah.
That's all right. Well, we're on high alert, punters and dribblers.
Yeah.
If the milk arrives,
it arrives.
We'll bottle it.
I'll give it back to you. I mean, I shouldn't be the only one to get benefit from these fertility cookies.
No.
They were good though. Shout out to Emily and her fertility cookies. They were fucking delicious. I won't eat any more though. There's one way to get me to stop eating cookies is to tell me that they're going to make me breastfeed. Produce milk.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Worlds apart.
Dude, this couch. This couch is a metaphor for where we're at currently.
Worlds apart.
Worlds apart.
We are coming back together this weekend, punters and dribblers. It's a reunion of sorts.
Yes.
We will be doing a live stream of Derby Day. There will be ponies running and we'll be punting on them.
Yes.
Myself, Michael, Seb, Tom, we'll be ripping and tearing, join in. I think we're going to get started around 3 o'clock. That will be confirmed. But we basically want to get in before the quaddie.
Yes.
And we'll whip home the quaddie together.
We'll whip home the quaddie
As a
together.
family.
Yeah, as a family, exactly, an about even family. Couple of things before we get into the sport, Eddie. I thought that it was firstly important to thank everyone for the shirtless fitness memes.
Yep. I think that's fair. Fucking funny.
What
I
do you
don't know,
expect?
I don't know why it didn't cross my mind. that
No,
would come
as
in.
soon as I saw it popping up, I go, of course, of
Yep.
course. Yeah,
makes
that
a lot of sense.
Yeah.
The punters and dribblers page has been producing
Some good shit last
really
couple
high
of
quality
weeks.
memes lately.
Yeah.
Really high quality stuff.
I think sometimes with the punters and dribblers page, they can lose its identity. You forget what it's about, and it's just like sometimes turns into like some dribblers being assholes or burner accounts popping up from losers. But then we get back to punting and dribbling, and it's just about talking shit, memes. And this week, well, first it started off the Renaissance
been
with
2
Kempy,
weeks.
2 weeks. The Kempy memes. One of my favourites, I think, that they did with me was one was when I was on the cross
Yes.
as Jesus Christ, and then also Marilyn Monroe when the dress is blown up.
Yeah. That was really nice.
There were plenty of good ones. They were just two that I remember sending to my family. And
The
going,
Marilyn Monroe one was so fucking random. But it was great.
Yeah. And also Neil So's biggest loser, but it was biggest dribbler. Said I'd lost like 300 kilos.
They used to lose some weight on that show.
Bro, serious
They
weight.
used to come in fucking mad.
I saw something recently that they were like, people are coming out now and saying how like fucking horrible that show was. Like, I think it was people, contestants, some of them going like, yeah, like that show was really like fat shaming and horrible. And it's like, bro, you were like 400 kilos and you now have lost 200 kilos. Sorry, they fucking used to like.
And I don't think they were ever being like, oh, you fucking fat loser. They were just saying.
No, but like I think they'd like fucking, it'd be like, they'd lift like a lid and they'd be like Mars bars and cakes and shit. And it'd be like, ooh, how you gonna go on this one, fatty?
They did do that.
Yeah.
It was like a temptation
Yeah,
thing or
yeah.
something.
It was like-
you could have the Mars bar and
like fucking.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I
Extra
can't remember
points or some
either.
shit.
But like, it's just so. It's like this loop.
that is pretty funny.
Yeah, it is. It's funny, but like, there's this loop that like it goes around and goes, oh, you've gotten so fat that literally doctors are like predicting the time that you're gonna die. So there's a show that's helping you lose weight. Yeah, maybe it's a little bit fucking, but like you're losing shitloads of weight.
You're healthier.
You're
Way
healthier. Yeah, way healthier. Sorry they fucking had to. Sorry that you've got to such a point that, you know, lifting a lid of Mars bars and cakes makes you fucking go weak at the knees. That's your fault, dude.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well, sugar's fault, really.
sugar's fault. That's true. Big sugar.
Well, apparently, like, the big controversy in that and stuff is that they would lose all this weight, but it's like the least sustainable thing for any of their lifestyles. And then they just go back the next day, they're back home amongst all the old habits and like, how do I actually keep this up? And apparently, I'm just reading probably the same article you saw, but it said they'd been given drugs like Adderall and suppressants to enhance fat burning and stuff.
Oh, so they saw results on the show.
Well,
What
that
are we
makes
saying?
sense. Yeah. I mean, sure, it's not exactly perfect or sustainable in the best way, but it's like you chose to go on there and, you know, how much responsibility does that fucking show have to you, Jiggles, once you go back into the real world to like, okay, you've lost 200 kilos. Now we do have to leave it up to you.
Yeah. We can't hold your hand.
We
for the
can't
next 10
fucking
years.
hold your hand and get you bloody on the battle ropes for the next 10 years. Like, sort it out.
You've lost, yeah.
You've lost 200 kilos, right? Like, you're still 200 kilos, so you got a few more to lose, but like...
I think the point is like, these shows aren't meant to model how you're going to diet and live your life. They're like entertainment shows. Like, how much weight can we get these people to lose in 3 weeks?
Yeah, exactly.
It's not
And like,
they're not teaching you how to live your life after the show.
maybe they could do more to do that, right? Maybe they could go, okay, show's over.
But they do the hard yakka.
Yeah,
Which is actually the losing.
exactly.
Surely that's the hardest part.
Yeah.
Well, the hardest part, I think, would be going back into your real life, right? I do think that would be real because you go back in there and it's like,
Yeah, that's
you've forgotten how to, you just, when you go to the shops, it's like, oh yeah. It's funny how you can trick yourself to thinking anything's healthy if you really want to. Like, not anything, but you know, like,
Well, like when you're having Maccas, you're not thinking that. But sometimes when you're having a fucking spag bowl, you might be like,
This has got some
pretty good.
fucking carrot in it.
Yeah, but
like-
also at Macca's, sometimes you're like, oh, I'm not going to get the Big Mac. I'll just get something to be.
You can
healthy.
trick yourself at Macca's. You can trick yourself at
do I
Macca's.
really need a quarter pounder? Oh, I'll just get a large.
What if I
cheeseburger
get
and
like
6
a
nuggets?
Yeah. What if I get just
And a
like a
thicky.
beef burger? You know what I mean? It's got some lettuce and tomato on there and shit.
Well, it's like when you're really feeling lean, you might get the chicken.
Yeah, well, that's it, right? You get a lean grilled chicken burger.
Grilled chicken. Okay.
Come on,
Thanks for coming.
Thank
baby.
you.
How did we get here? Don't
We
know.
got here
Don't
through
know.
fat people memes, punters and dribblers. I wanted to give an update on the burner account situation.
It's gone.
Well, to say that we were on the right track with who we think it was would be an understatement, because the account that we spoke about has completely disappeared from the punters and dribblers page. I think we can say the name now. Sam Davis 4562, because that's obviously not a person. The podcast that we suspected of being involved in it tried to send us like a fucking DM over the weekend, and we just responded burner. They now no longer follow us. They've snuck out the back door. And then, I don't know if we said this on Thursday, but like some burner account started talking shit on the About Even Instagram. We then go looking at the accounts we suspected.
Someone else.
So do you remember the one on the About Even Instagram? Started like a couple of comments sort of talking shit about the same rhetoric about
Yeah,
Michael.
yeah.
So it was basically, I believe, the people we assumed have the burner account, or the person, I think it's one of the people on this podcast as opposed to two of them, was again from our Dioring. But I don't think they'd heard that we were onto them yet, so they were talking more shit on the Instagram. They then heard that we were onto them, stopped talking, but we went and sussed out. We went and looked at the suspect, and he follows this other burner account that has been talking shit. It was like to have
If you're gonna have a burner account, don't follow your real account with the burner account.
How many fucking pointless followers do you need? We also assume that they bought us some random followers on About Even, which we also
We
assume
don't know
they
how
just.
to interpret it. Is it a gift?
Is it a gift? Is it a breaking of bread? Because like for some reason we just got 2,000 bots followers.
Yeah, yeah. Around the next day after we talked about the burner account last Thursday, so on Friday was it?
I think
or
it was
Thursday
Friday.
night even.
Yeah.
We received 2,000 bot followers. Why? Don't know.
Now, we also did some more drawing, and it looks like maybe they just tacked those onto the bill that they already pay for their own followers. Because a little research into that would suggest
I think
there's a lot of bots on that account.
I think they put our 2,000 on their tab.
Yes. Maybe, I mean, they fucked up before. Maybe they accidentally bought us those and they were meant to buy them for their own.
Themselves. Possibly.
Just judging on the followers of the show.
So that's where we're at, punters and dribblers.
Basically, the Dorito Dust crew of worst trolls ever fame. I mean, look, we know who the guy is. We know who the guy is. The burner account, we're not going to out him because it's too fucking embarrassing, and he obviously already knows, and he's probably very embarrassed as well. So we'll allow it to go as long as it just chills out. If he keeps going with anything, then obviously we'll just fucking out
Well,
him.
then we'll be forced to retaliate.
Yeah, we'll be assholes. But all's well that ends well.
All's well that ends well.
If you get a burner, you fucking better keep your shit tight, because otherwise you get found out. There's no way, you know?
You got to keep your powder dry if you got a burner account.
Bruh, you got to be buttoned up.
You got to be buttoned all the way.
You can't have a button undone if you're running burners, dude.
Multiple burners.
Multiple burners across multiple platforms.
And then
following
presumably having fucking too many whiskeys and sharing it to a page that it should have been
Yeah.
shared to. And then you look like, ooh, hang on. Anyway. Oh, that's cute. Tampa Bay.
These NFL celebrations are absurd.
I'll say this about NFL.
Sorry, just
about
to
American
explain it.
sport.
They just got in a huge team-length canoe and paddled after a touchdown.
No one is more over the top than a Yank.
No, hang on. It wasn't even after a touchdown. It was a defensive turnover.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay. So it was just a sack and
so it was a turnover.
fumble and a turnover. That is it.
So the whole defense just rode a metaphorical boat.
I feel like this has been a new thing in the last like 2-3 years maybe, where the defense will celebrate all together running down the other end of the field from a play. I don't know how far they make it here, but like
It's
they'll just go all the way
fucking.
down the field.
It's. I thought that they
Mate,
used to
the
get
defensive-
penalised for that
defensive
shit.
players-
Yeah, look, there they go. They're just bolting.
You know what the equivalent would be to like in the NFL? If a defensive player makes a tackle, he'll get up and start fucking stomping around and shit. Imagine if NRL players every time they made a tackle got up, still going,
Dude, the only time NRL players will celebrate, and they won't ever celebrate like that, but as if like they put on a fucking huge hit, and then they just get up and stand over, and everyone backslaps.
Like if
them.
you sack the quarterback, yeah, okay, you can celebrate. But if you're just making like a rudimentary tackle, don't get up and start fucking pumping yourself up because that's mortifying.
Yeah.
Because you're playing football. Like isn't that the fucking game?
You're doing your job.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right,
Do
mate,
you
what
celebrate after every email you send at work?
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck yeah, after the potty.
Fuck yeah, bro.
After the potty's done.
Start stomping around. Shout out to Yanks for being super over the top.
Shout out to burner accounts. Shout out to burner accounts. I loved it. It was a great fucking yarn.
It was a great week. Great week for content. Tom, shall we
Talk some sport.
Yeah. Do you want to?
Was there anything else?
No. Don't think so.
What I will say is this. We are now, 20 minutes into the podcast, you reckon? How far in do you reckon we are?
I reckon we're 25.
25 in, and you haven't once asked me about my haircut, which to me,
I kept going to. And
to
then I kept
me
forgetting.
seems like the most disrespectful thing in the world. Here I am, I go and I cut my hair very short for attention, and I get none of it. I don't even get a mention. I'm not wearing the hat. It's sitting next to me.
You
I'm
took
like,
the hat off, didn't you?
short hair over
took the hat
here.
off, didn't you?
Short hair over here.
All right. Tell us about the hair.
No, there's not much to it. It's all right. No, don't worry about it. It's fine. I just cut it off.
Number 4?
Yeah, all over.
Nailed it.
The guy was like, are you
I would have
sure?
liked to see you go 2.
Nah, I was going to do a 2 on the side, so I still had a bit of a mullet vibe. And then I went, you know what, dude? Just relax. You're 32. You're a father of 2. Actually, number 2 would have made sense.
It would have made sense.
But the guy, I went in to get it.
I think you look good, mate.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know if that's true or you're just saying that because I've basically forced you to acknowledge that my hair is short. Again, I'm not happy about it. But I was concerned. When I went in there to get it, the guy just kept going, are you sure? And I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you talking? Like,
Because
don't.
he saw the luscious locks, bro.
I know, but it was like, it was already, not an unnerving, but you're like, all right, I'm going from like, you know, the longest, most luxurious hair in the biz to just getting rid of all. And he like asked me 5 times, like, you sure? You want a 4? And I'm like, hey, dude, just fucking shave it off. Just shave the fucker off.
Did
and
you
let's get
almost
this thing
back
going. No, I didn't. Once I was in there, I was like, fuck it, let's do it. But I tell you what, I cut my own hair. It's harder to shave your head, I reckon, than it is to.
Did you try?
No. I was like, fuck this. I just want to get someone to do it.
Why do you say it's harder if someone else did it?
I've tried before,
Right.
but it's like the clippers at a barber are just something else, something to behold.
Well, they're barber quality.
Yeah, they
They're
are.
up to barber standard.
But they're cool. They're like fucking flash clippers. Whereas at home, you're just trying to use pube trimmers or Manscaped, promo code dribblers. But you know, like,
I'm with you.
anyway.
That looks good, mate.
Yeah, thanks.
Well
Thanks.
done.
Look, we don't need to talk about it. It's
Proud
cool.
of you, bro.
No, we don't need to talk
proud
about
of
it.
you.
No, it's just cool, man. Don't worry about it. Do you know what Evie said? The first thing, Evie, when I get home, take my hat off and she goes, oh no, what you do?
That's what she said. Oh, no, what you
Oh
do.
no, what you do? And I was like, what the fuck, Evie? Steph likes it at least, but Evie was not too pleased. Oh no, what you do? Anyway,
Good Lord.
let's talk some sport. Eddie, some news came across our desk late last night, which I was very interested to hear more about. I saw a photo on the King, that is King Curios's Instagram, of him basically sitting, parked out in his fucking lime green Mustang, I think it is, do your own research, out the front of a big
Classy.
tree, very classy, elegant, understated, out the front of a tree, and there was like a fire engine and shit trying to get up the tree, and I was thinking, wow, this is the classic cat got up the tree situation. I thought nothing else of it in the 2021 sort of see a headline, fuck off, or see something, don't do any more research into it, sort of a mindset, assumed it was a cat. As it's turned out, the king has a pet macaw. Is it, Dave?
Yep, it's a macaw.
And the bird was stuck up a tree. Dave, is there any more to this story?
It says here, so fire and rescue crews were called to the scene. It says after escaping from its cage, the macaw Buddy became stuck in a tree which was approximately 10 meters high and was being attacked by a flock of wild birds.
Couple of things. Straight off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
What is a macaw?
Great question.
I'll get a photo up.
I have
think
no
it's like
idea what a macaw is.
I think it's a parrot type thing.
Let's start with what a macaw is.
Yeah.
I need to run an eye over this thing.
Yeah, true. And like, the level of, Martin Kennedy of this bird. Like, is this an exotic bird?
Okay.
Oh, it's a fucking...
Macaws are sick.
Mate, it's a parrot's parrot.
Yeah, that's like the godfather of parrots.
Yeah. They're
Second-
fucking beautiful.
They are. Second thing is, has the macaw... how's it got out of its cage? Has it escaped?
Well, yeah, it looks like it's escaped.
So this is like an escape routine gone wrong.
Well, it's either a macaw trying to get out of Kyrgios's mansion, or it's like, you let the macaw out of the cage to sort of fuck around the house, and then
It flies around the house.
someone's left a window open and Buddy the macaw is fucked off. He's fucked off, stuck up a tree.
From what I can piece together from this article, Kyrgios has just moved back into his family home during like the most recent lockdown or something. So this bird may just be kind of like wigging out about its new surroundings and being like, what's doing? There's a tree out there. Let me get into that tree.
Is there any more...
Where are macaws from?
Great question. Is there any more of a Kyrgios pet than a bird? A macaw specifically?
What?
Macaws are a group of New World parrots that are long-tailed and often coloured, popular in aviculture as a companion, although there are conservation concerns about several species in the wild. Where are they native to?
I feel like there's a lot, because I feel like we get them here or we get them like in South
19
America
species of
and stuff as well.
macaws.
Okay. A lot of macaws.
Doesn't say where they're from.
Which is annoying. Give me
What?
that early on in the piece, please.
How do you feel about...
The owning of birds.
Yes.
I don't love it because, maybe the quality of life to a degree is going to be better in that you'll live longer, but like a bird's meant to be a bird.
Is that bird, does it want to fly? Does it want to get out there and fucking flap its wings and
Well-
get up there onto the breeze and enjoy itself?
How's a bird get stuck in a tree when they can fly?
It didn't get stuck in a tree, it got pinned down.
How about the fucking, it's out of the house for like 5 minutes and there's already a flock of gulls after it?
Well, it's like, what are you, bro? You're out of fucking place here.
Oi, who are you?
Come here.
Yeah,
You're very-
yeah.
Look at you peacocking around here with your fucking bright colours.
Yeah. He looks like he's in an Ed Hardy,
Take the Ed Hardy off, mate.
Yeah. What's with the Ed Hardy
Maybe
get
he's
up? It's
teasing
like,
him.
bruh, it's not Ed Hardy. I'm just a macaw. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I'm not just an Ed Hardy. I know it looks like I'm just an Ed Hardy, but I'm not an Ed Hardy. I was born this way.
I am a fucking macaw. Trust me, I'm as upset about what Ed Hardy's done to this colour scheme as you are.
But like, I was the original. Ed Hardy's butchered it.
Ed Hardy's fucked me here because I was just a macaw being a macaw and now I look like a fucking flashy asshole just trying to get away from Kyrgios.
And now you got me pinned down in a tree out the front of my house after I looked to escape.
I would say this. It doesn't surprise me that the macaws tried to escape since Kyrgios has moved home, presumably with his brother, Christos. Because I'd be trying to bail as well. Obviously, life with the king would be good. That's the good life, right? Big cage, fucking, lap of luxury.
Good seed.
Good seed. You get the best seed. But then as soon as Christos is back in the picture, you're going, oh, this guy's full of like self-help advice.
Yeah, he's trying to help me.
He's trying to help me. It's like, bro, like I just don't know that your advice to me, a bird, is going to be...
Well, it's not translating.
It's not translating because I'm a bird. I think Christos...
I don't know, look, and Christos, whether or not he's aware that the macaw is indeed a macaw, I don't know. I
And
can't
not-
speak for Christos.
And not a human.
Can't speak for Christos.
No.
But Christos has given his best stuff to him.
Yes.
Maybe he's just using it to sell. Like,
Positivity in the morning, deep breaths,
get
fucking
up,
grateful.
Own the day. Get up and own the day.
Mindfulness, journal. Are you journaling? He's like, I'm a fucking bird, Christos. I don't have thumbs. I can't hold a pen.
Deep breaths, McCall. Deep breaths. Listen, again.
I'm a bird.
I'm a bird.
I don't have the lung capacity for deep yoga breaths. I just breathe.
I don't wake up needing to win the day.
No.
My day is exactly the same.
Every day.
It does not change.
I'm in a cage.
Look around, bro.
Yeah.
I get fed at the same time. I drink a little water. I stare at people.
I flap.
I mimic them. I flap a little bit, but I don't flap too much because I've got no one to flap to.
No, I don't. My wings have been clipped, so I can't even really get into my work, even if I do want to. I tell you, the only thing that's changed recently, Kyrgios or Christos, is that I'm now in the same house as you. That's all that's changed. And now I'm getting
with self-help
fucking
advice.
basically getting read a self-help book every single goddamn day from like David Goggins from Wish, and I'm not enjoying it.
David Goggins. I'd say this though. Now that we all know, punters and dribblers, that Nick Kyrgios owns a macaw, would he have any other pet?
No.
Okay. I'll let you guys take your guess. But it does mention in the article something of that nature.
That he has, I reckon it'd be a snake. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he had some sort of reptile.
Or a turtle?
Yeah, no, actually, I might have misread it. So it says in this article, the family's other pets. So
Makes sense, though. They're from an exotic Martin Kennedy family.
Yeah, well, they got dogs, King and Quincy.
Oh, Dave, that is so
Dave.
What? How is
You were like,
They have
let us
other
guess.
pets.
I'm like,
Well,
you
I'll let you
alluded to
guess.
it being exotic.
If there was a market for the type of pets that any family on the planet has at any one point, dogs would be the shortest price.
Well, then you should have guessed it.
Well, but you made it sound like it was fucking.
You made it sound exotic.
We were talking exotics, and you were like, yeah, sort of. It's
Well, I just jumped because I remember it said something in the article about other pets. I don't remember.
Dogs.
Yeah, dogs.
wow, Dave.
Yeah.
Boring.
Boo. Next you're going to tell me they live in a house. I like that in the NFL they give the balls away. Like if you catch the ball in the crowd, you're allowed it.
You don't have to give it back.
No. Well, at least it doesn't look like it.
No, it doesn't look like it. But I wonder if once the camera pans, they throw it back in.
Nah.
No, you see like people after they score touchdowns give it to someone.
Give it to
They get
someone,
keep
yeah.
it. Like Cam Newton always used to. And in baseball, if you catch it, you get to take the ball home.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Buccaneers beating the fuck out of the Bears
Wouldn't
right
do
now.
that in the NRL.
No, they
Cost
wouldn't.
cutting. Need that Steeden.
Yeah, they need that
I
Steeden.
need that Steeden back.
Shout out Hello Sport, very own Steeden. Sorry. Got our own Steeden.
Do you reckon, so Nick, let's say he's going down to Melbourne, Australian Open's on. Does he take the McCall with him?
Or does he...
Does he travel with the McCall?
Maybe the McCall can fly. Does he let the thing fly down? Just goes, look, here's the address. I'll see you there.
Maybe. How smart are McCaws?
Sneak us in fly some shit across the border for us, would you, brah?
Maybe that's why he's got him.
Maybe that's why it is. A carrier pigeon of sorts, but it's a macaw.
So-
Maybe that bird's a little bit more fucking... Maybe that bird's been up to something. You know, maybe that bird's actually a little bit more...
Maybe the McCall was bringing a drop back. The Galahs didn't want to fucking...
like, not in our neighbourhood.
Yeah, not in our neighbourhood.
Nah, this is a nice family neighbourhood. You don't bring that shit in here. We got kids around here. We got little birds around
They're
here.
protecting the neighbourhood.
Yeah.
The Galahs.
Would it surprise anyone if Nick Kyrgios owns a bad boy bird?
A bird is up to no good.
Yeah, exactly.
A bird is,
Scallywag.
he's a scallywag. He's a fucking nefarious operator.
Yeah. Who's plugged into the underworld?
It says the intelligence level of some macaws has been compared to that of a human toddler. They can problem solve, use tools, have high levels of communication with other birds, utilizing sounds and even physical changes such as face blushing. They can live from 50 to 75 years
Holy shit, dude.
and can have vocabularies of like several words.
See, this bird's up to something.
Yeah, this bird's definitely... This is one of those things
Oh,
where
got
it's
caught
like...
in a tree?
Oh, did you?
Fucking after that?
Yeah.
Smart as a toddler? Or a couple of fucking dirty old galahs pinned him down? No.
And you're like one of the great birds.
One of the great birds all time.
And you can't outwit a
And it's
fucking galah?
huge.
Yeah. I'm sorry. You can fucking take down a galah. There's something going on here. You know, when you hear a story and you go, oh, I'm going to use the McGill kidnapped example where everyone thinks there's maybe more to it.
Yes.
Now, maybe there wasn't. Maybe that was just as it was.
Maybe this McCaw's dumb as shit and maybe a couple of galahs rattled him.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe
Or,
the McCaw owned by Nick Kyrgios is a fucking bit of a dodgy operator.
yeah.
Who's up to no good.
Yeah. Or up to something. Whether it's no good or not, we don't know, but up to something. And he's now, trying to use this, like, the cover of the cloak of fucking, oh, I'm caught in a tree. I'm just a dumb bird. Don't look under my wings.
I'm flying anywhere.
It says here on, some fun facts about macaws. They need constant mental stimulation. Bored macaws can get up to mischief, as was discovered by a family that came home to couches and toys being pulled apart.
Bruh, are you telling me you're not going to be bored shitless with Christos Kyrgios giving you self-help? You're up to no good. That bird is up to no good. Dig deeper, punters and dribblers. Dig deeper. Something's going on here.
Something's amiss.
Yeah, something's amiss. But I think that's probably as much as we can illuminate on the situation, Eddie. Would you say?
Knowing absolutely nothing except for what I was told 20 minutes ago.
Except for the title of the article.
Except for the title of the article.
And that they own dogs. Surprise, surprise.
Oh no, shock horror. That's probably the most shocking news.
That's the most shocking bit of the story. They own dogs. Let's move on. Time to talk a little bit of ICC T20 Men's Cricket World Cup, Edward. Brought to you by our good friends at KO Sports. Now, the ICC T20 Men's Cricket World Cup, exclusive to Fox Cricket, available on KO. I've already seen the benefit. Obviously, you and I, kings of KO, well known, but the time where, where is it? The fucking UAE. So the cricket's on at night. Not everyone's up watching fucking T20s in the middle of the night. I've already been able to take advantage of the KO minis. I watched Australia play most of it live. Finished the back end on the minis the next day. Thank you very much for the support to KO, Edward. But I think now we get into the cricket chat. Australia v South Africa. Game 1. We got the job done.
We got the job done, but
It wasn't
pretty.
It was. You know what? Our fucking.
It was not pretty.
Our
Tom.
bowling innings was pretty. We looked good there.
No, we looked great there. We
We
looked
looked
great there.
great.
But how many times have we said this in the last 4 years? Maybe 5. Bowlers fucking did a job. Our bowlers always do a job.
So let's start with the bowling. Let's just start with positives. Big show of fucking
Top knot fame.
disgraceful top knot fame. I'll allow it, but it's disgraceful.
It's got more disgraceful, I think.
Well, it doesn't, like, it's a top knot for top knot's sake. There's no utility value to that top knot. It's not keeping the hair out of the face.
What I'm concerned with the top knot is how out of place it now looks. The top knot used to get around.
Yes.
And I'm talking like a year or two ago. You would see...
I'd say 2. 2 or 3.
2.5, maybe 3 now.
I think it could have been
Time flies
3.
when you're
Yeah,
having fun.
it does.
We've been having plenty of fun.
Plenty.
So I'm comfortable saying 3 years ago the top knot was doing the rounds.
Yes.
Even then, in the depths of the top knot winter,
Yeah.
I don't think that anyone was truly comfortable with its existence.
No.
The fact that we've seen it permeate on Maxwell's head, Big Show's head, for the last 18 months. He was like 18 months late to the party,
So
and now
late.
it's been there for 18 months too long.
Dude, I honestly forgot that he had it. And then when I saw
Until I saw it again.
I
was
saw
like,
it again.
Holy fuck.
And this might sound like hyperbolic. It might sound alarmist. It might sound OTT. That's over the top. It threw me. It threw me. I couldn't enjoy the game while he was bowling, even when he was taking wickets. I was like, this thing is too much for me.
Can I be honest with you? It rattled me.
Yeah.
I was rattled when I saw it.
Yep.
Maybe that's why I took a couple of wickets, because,
Well, he had to.
I mean, the batsman,
They're going, holy shit. Wait, is it 2018?
is it 2017? What is that top knot doing? And even in the top knot winter, you look at that thing and you think, Jesus, it's the most
was a
outrageous
distraction.
fucking top knot I've ever seen.
It was a distraction in the top knot winter. Now, in 2021, it's a distraction because people are now confused about what year it is. So I think you see the first wicket he got, the guy just fucking missed it. He bowled him clean.
Golden Klein.
Bowled him clean. And I think you put that down to the top knot. Now, some would say, well, then is the top knot worth it? I'd still say no, personally. But that's just me. I can't handle it. But look, he got some wickets.
Look, if the top knot wins us a World Cup, then I'll start to have some conversations around the fact that top knot maybe, was worth it.
If it wins us a World Cup, then it's worth it.
But getting a wicket or two in the opening match against South Africa is not going to
Cut the mustard.
Well, it's not. It doesn't allow a pass mark.
No.
It's not exonerated.
No,
Top
exactly.
knot.
No, it's
Still
not.
on trial.
Still on trial, jury out. Maxwell wickets, top knot. I think he's got some veneers as well. No knocking the veneers, but with the top knot, it was
People get veneers.
Dude, I'm fucking all
But
for
you're talking
veneers.
about playing veneers off a top knot.
If you're playing a veneers into a top knot, it's hard. It's just hard. And again, this isn't an anti-veneers rhetoric because I'd take veneers. My teeth are fucked. But top knot into veneers, hard to compute when I'm like, whoa, there's a lot going on.
Veneers sound like what they look like.
They do, don't they? Yeah. Veneers.
Unlike bangs, which I'm like, makes no sense.
Yeah.
We're talking about your fringe, basically.
Yeah.
And you're calling them bangs? I'm lost. When I found out that that's what bangs were, I was like, I am shocked.
This makes no sense.
This makes no sense whatsoever. But veneers, I think, look like them.
They look 100% like what they are.
Yes.
100%.
Big
That is a
smile,
great call.
White, over the top.
That's a great call. Go, son.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'd be putting that as a quote tile. Eddie Simpson, veneers look exactly like what they are.
We'll have to do something.
We'll have to do something like that.
In fact, we will.
No, we
We'll
definitely
do
will.
exactly
We'll
that.
do exactly that. Not something like that. We'll do that exactly. So big show, top knot veneers, all good. Zampa, Zampa's.
Can I say something about Zampa? His short hair makes him look like he's 3.
I mean, he's a young-looking dude anyway.
Yeah, but like now that the long hair's gone and it's short.
Yeah,
I'm
but
like,
he's got a bit of a mullet. He looks like he could be a bikie, a young bikie. Like he's getting patched in or whatever they're called. So like it's like he's not in there yet, but he's got.
What he's like running around and doing odd jobs and shit.
He's earning his place, right? He
14-year-old
probably
kid
gets
who's like,
yeah. He probably gets jumped every once in a while by like older bikies who are sort of but like he's getting patched in, short hair here, bit of a mullet on the back that I think looks cool. I like his hair. And I like that Zampa flies by his own fucking rules. Maybe not in the bikie world. He'd probably have to do what he's told. But in the world of Australian cricket, in the fast-paced world of Australian cricket, he just does whatever the fuck he wants. Weird hair, mullet, bowls.
He does whatever he wants.
Bowls leggies
Bowls
that
when he's
don't
told,
spin.
But,
Bowls when he's told. But, am I a leggy that doesn't spin it most of the time? Sometimes I do. Whatever. But he's a good fucking bowler. Took a couple of wickets.
But that's almost his strongest attribute. He's not being able to spin it.
100%.
Sometimes you've got to not be able to spin it.
Because that's when you confuse people. They go, this thing's going to fucking spin.
That didn't do anything.
Did nothing.
Well, that went straight on.
That went straight on. But I do like Zampa. I think
I'm
he's
a
cool.
fan. I'm a fan. But what, we set them,
They set us 119. They didn't do very well at all.
No, they didn't.
They didn't do very well at all. They had a fucking atrocious run out, which was hilarious. So they slipped over.
that was embarrassing.
The slip over where both of your feet are next to each other and just go vonk. Like if you're sort of trying to get your bat over the line to turn and run again and you slip, but this is one where it's like the guy's tried to stop on the spot and then both his feet have just gone vonk out from under him and you're like, you look like a buffoon. A buffoon. But anyway, so the South Africans didn't put up much for us, but then we got off to a pretty shit start with the skip, A. Finch, out for a duck. I read this stat, Dior its legitimacy, but I'm pretty sure I saw it on the ICC Twitter, the T20 World Cup Twitter. He now has the record for the most golden ducks, or the most ducks in T20 international history as a captain.
There's something that is burnt into my frontal cortex. I don't know if that's correct.
Frontal lobe?
Don't know. Of Finch walking off with his head down and 0 coming up on the screen. Like, I see it a lot.
It's funny because, like, I think stats-wise for one day he's actually an all-time, which is crazy because I don't see it.
No.
I don't see him as an all-timer.
No.
But
No
I think
offense.
no, that's no offense, but I think stats-wise as like a opener, runs, I'm pretty sure he's up there with like some of the greats. For whatever reason, I never feel safe or confident when he is at the crease, ever.
I would never say this in Finch we trust.
I would never say it.
I'd never say that.
Now, this might sound like, geez, guys, we just won the first fucking game in the tournament and you're very neg. We're not neg. We are a little. I'm just saying.
We're just talking about the fact that Finch got a duck. What, you want us to talk that up?
Yeah, the concern has been that our openers aren't fucking in the greatest of form, and that stood up because Davey also, after hitting a couple of boundaries, then gets caught. Swamp Junior I've got money on him to be the top run scorer of the tournament. He's fucking batting 3 for Australia. Mitch Marsh, he didn't do anything.
Would he get 11, 14, something like that?
Off
enough.
like 15 nuts as well.
Not enough. Smudge.
Smudge just went in there and goes, I've got to come in here and fucking anchor this bitch because
And he anchored the fuck
he
out
did.
of it.
I
You
just
take
got to.
Smudge out of that side, I think we lose.
Yeah, I would say that's probably fair to say.
Which is shocking, I know. But we
Yeah.
we needed 8 off the last over. We got there with 3 balls to spare, I think. Like,
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking close for comfort, don't
It's
you
very
think?
close when you're
When
chasing 119.
119. I mean, dear God. Win's a win. And
Love
full
a
credit
win.
to the boys, because a win is a win. And we take the win and we take the 2 points and we march onwards. Onwards we march.
Yeah.
But it was a little close for comfort. I think we can all say that. The bloke who caught Smudge took a fucking scream. I don't know what his name was.
No, I don't know many of the names of the South Africans, especially in the T20s.
Nordtje.
Nordtje. I think it's like Nordtje. Like it's
Anrik Nordtje.
yeah.
Yeah,
You should be able to
I
pronounce
should,
these,
but
Dave.
Yeah, no.
Come on, Dave.
Were you going for South Africa, your turncoat? Although technically
No.
not really a turncoat
Nah.
because you are South African in descent.
Yeah, no. No, my parents, they hate South Africa now.
Really?
In terms of sport.
Love that.
Yeah.
I am glad you've said that because now it makes me feel like there's a free, safe space for me to also say I fucking hate South Africans in sport.
Yeah, I get that.
I didn't want to say it if you hadn't. I fucking hate them. Like, obviously, there's like the Poms. Obviously, they're our mortal enemies. But like, South Africans, like, just as their vibe of like opponent, I have a disdain for.
We usually always best them as well, which is
Yes, we do, which is nice. But they're
Would
just
we
like
best anyone more than South Africa? We best them all the time.
we always best them when we shouldn't, in the sense that like.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
We always beat them in rugby when we have no fucking right to. Like,
Dude, they
their
come here and
record
we
in
dust them
Australia
2 in a
is
row.
appalling.
We're like their bogey side.
I think we would be their bogey side.
Yeah.
They do much better against New Zealand than us in rugby.
Yep.
In cricket, we always pump them because we pump everyone. But you know what I mean?
Yes.
They've got that. They've got that 99. Was it 1999 bed shit to think about?
Yes,
You're constantly reminded of. Was-
exactly.
what, Alan
You just
Donald
the World
ran,
Cup,
whatever?
which is why I was saying that's what that run out reminded me of because they slipped over like a bunch of losers. Anyway, look, Stoinis, he got the job done when he came in. It was good to see him.
Stoinis looking good.
He's looking good. He's also fucking just
He's looking thick.
so thick, dude.
He's looking thick as fuck.
So thick. Just does not quit.
Won't quit.
Won't quit. Now,
He's big and thick. I'll tell you what though, but if those boys, if you run it over the side, if we fire, we're a sniff.
if we fire, we're a sniff. 100%. We've
We've got fucking firepower on that side.
Yeah.
Like Maxwell, he's coming in with the reverse hits and shit. Like if he stays in a little longer, just
He
can demoralise you.
He has the record for the most runs scored off switch hitting in international T20s. Look at me.
He's
the
fucking
stats.
good at it.
Yeah, he's got like 200 and something runs off switch hitting.
He's unbelievable.
And he's like far and away ahead. He's like 80 or 90 runs ahead of the next best.
Warner can swing him, Marsh can swing him, Smudge is Smudge, Stoiny, Maxwell. Like,
Wados,
Wade
Camo,
came, like-
Hazelwood, Starkey. I was listening on the way in.
boys
that
are up.
Stark was the one they were saying they could potentially, I don't know if they ever would, but like drop or like he's meant to swing it and he doesn't, or he hasn't been. So it's like when you're meant to swing it and you're just pitching them up and they're just getting fucking spanked. He went for 10 off his first over. That's what we need to talk about. the market that we were betting on and about, even first ball markets, the famous first ball market, which we'll continue to do. You had dot ball at a measly $1.60. Myself and Michael, the wide. When I saw that we were bowling first and it was Mitch Stark, I was like, we could be on here for a first ball wide. And then Sebo, 2 runs off the first ball, 23 boners it was paying. Got up.
It's impressive.
It's very impressive. Sebo will probably win the week on about even off the back of that fucking bet, you would think. But the other 2 games we were speaking about, India v Pakistan and England v the Windies. India got done.
They did. Pakistan, too big, too strong, too thick.
They pumped them.
Love that.
I love it as well.
As a man that was on the back of Pakistan, like I was whipping them home.
We were all whipping Pakistan home.
I was very happy with that.
Yeah.
I love seeing India lose.
Same.
Shoot me for it.
And I like India as
it.
a cricketing nation. I think they're fantastic.
Yeah, but you want it, but you're all barracking for the best to lose, surely.
Definitely.
Surely that's where we're at.
Unless the best is Australia.
In which case, obviously, we're not. But I haven't really gotten over India beating us last year in the Test series. I haven't really got over that.
I haven't got over it.
I still harbour a lot of ill feeling.
Yeah.
And I'm sort of parlaying that ill feeling into my support of Pakistan. They get the job done. I'm happy. You're happy. We're happy. The nation's happy.
Yeah.
It's good for the nation.
Indians are upset.
Not my problem.
Not our problem. Sorry, not our problem.
West Indies
England.
set 55?
That's not
All out?
That's not fantastic, is it?
55 all out? That's not great.
The Windies seem like a side that could get 55 all out, or they could score 400 in a T20
And not lose a wicket.
And not lose a wicket. They seem like their difference between their best and their worst is quite significant. Now, I'm basing that off very little cricketing knowledge and
Vibe and vibe alone.
vibe alone. But I think that's probably spot on. Did Daddy pick England head-to-head into Joss Butler to top score? Yes, he did.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's impressive stuff.
Yeah.
Still needed 8 overs to chase down 55 runs, but
I wonder whether that was just like, let's
they
not...
lost 4 wickets.
Did they?
Yeah.
You'd be starting to get nervous at 4 wickets.
That's at like chasing 50 runs, losing 4 wickets,
Yeah.
8 overs.
That's Thick
fucking
Ropes
great,
County
bro.
11 sort of shit.
Yeah,
that's
that's
how
not-
we'd lose like that.
That's not great.
No, that's not great.
That's pretty ordinary.
Yeah.
Where there's no pressure, and like you just got to.
Sometimes when there's no pressure, that's when there's probably the most pressure. It's like you should do this easy. You're only chasing 50 runs. Like you could get this in an over if you were ripping.
And there were some wides.
And there were some wides involved.
Plenty of wides.
Plenty of wides.
But it could be done.
Some noes.
Some no's, plenty of no's. But we're pumped. Who do we play next, Dave?
We have got, let's see, Sri Lanka on Friday.
Beautiful.
Shouldn't be. Well, I don't know where Sri Lanka are at.
No, who cares?
They
It's
were
just
one of the B sides that.
Okay, we'll pump them.
I'm thoroughly enjoying this 2020 Cricket World Cup so far.
Yeah.
I'm just finding myself like much more, for whatever reason, into it than maybe in the past with T20 internationals. I think with the World Cup, I guess it's probably easy to get into because it's a bit more on the
a World
line.
Cup.
When there's just like random fucking quadrangular
Good time of the year
tournaments
as
and
well.
shit.
Not much on.
Yep, true. They got clear air in this nation.
Really clear air in the nation.
I think that's cricket, though. Shout out to the Aussie boys. Shout out to Top Knots and Veneers, and to scoring plenty of runs, please, Mitch Marsh in games going forward. Shout out to KO.
Shout out to the minis.
The minis, the KO minis, where you can catch all the games if you aren't up at night watching it on Fox Cricket exclusively. Let's move on. Rugby league, Edward. Never far from your and my hearts and minds, nor the punter and the dribbler. You know, doing its best to sort of keep in the headlines. Buzz Rothfield, I think, released his top 50 fucking NRL players today. Which, cool. Cool, Buzz.
I haven't been able to see because it's paywalled, but from what people are saying, he's put Luke Keary in like number 20.
It's on Kempy's Instagram. He's at least got the top 10 in there. But Cleary number 1, Turbo number 2. Okay, makes sense. Then I think Tedesco 3, Cam Murray 4, someone else 5.
He didn't have Justin Olam in there.
Yeah, and then Trell 5, I think. Cody Walker not in the top 5. I don't know, like, fuck, whatever. I mean, it's turbo number 1, obviously. Cleary, though, did get the Clive
Did win the comp.
in the granny.
Sure.
Should I say this? And I know I did just call it the granny. That's what Melbourne people call the AFL Grand Final. It's not what rugby league people call the rugby league Grand Final.
I've never called it the granny.
No, but some people are trying to get the granny to become a thing. It's kind of why I said it then, because it's been part of my inner musings of it being annoying. It's not called the granny. That's obviously an AFL thing, and that's cool. You guys can have the granny. It's called the Grand Final. Or the GF.
I don't mind the GF.
I like the GF.
Same amount of syllables anyway.
Granny.
Would you call it the Jeff?
The Jeff? Well, I don't want to take away from Lions' famous Jeff ball.
Which he doesn't use often,
Doesn't use it often.
but it's a hell of a ball.
The Jeff ball, if you don't know, I know we're talking rugby league, but if you want to, everyone talks about Warnie's mystery ball, which obviously stands on its own, but same with the Duzra from Morley.
But the Jeff,
The Jeff, unique to Nathan.
it's Nathan's Dusra.
Yes.
I think.
It's just crazy because, like, Nathan, and this is no knock on Nathan's, but just a straight up and down, no frills, meat and potatoes name. His nickname of Gary, straight up and down, no nonsense, meat and potatoes name. And then the name of his ball, the Jeff, straight up and down, meat and potatoes, no nonsense. That is Nathan Lyon.
That's why he sings the song.
Yeah.
That's why he's in charge of under the.
Southern Cross I stand, sprig of wattle in my hand, a native of my native land. Australia, you
Little beauty.
fucking beauty. Rugby league. I read during the week on Fox Sports News, obviously not necessarily always guaranteed to be 100% spot on, but it was a rumour mill article that Luke Brooks linked to the Newcastle Knights. I sent that story with glee to one Michael Pride of Rain Man fame, a huge Newcastle Knights fan. He wasn't as pleased with that potential outcome as I thought he may have been.
Well, obviously, if Mitch Pearce is going to go to
Catalans.
enjoy that Euro crumpet Catalans, they're talking, was it big money?
To go to Catalans?
Yeah.
I would say so. That's south of France.
It's millions.
As if you wouldn't go. if you're
$1.8
Mitch Pearce.
million deal apparently.
For how many years? 2?
Doesn't say.
And is that Aussie dollar or is that euro?
Look,
Dior will find out. But
yeah.
imagine you're Mitch Pearce, who has won a comp, has had in different form at Newcastle, solid enough.
Won an Origin, got the thing
Won
off
an
his-
Origin, got the monkey off the back, has had some good years in Newcastle, not great, has got paid fucking handsomely. Now, as you're approaching your 33rd birth, you'd be like
Something like that, yeah.
You get an opportunity to go over to south of France to play for Catalans Dragons, to get paid shitloads of money,
Out of the spotlight.
out of the spotlight, out of mind, and go and enjoy all the offerings
Bruh.
that part of the world can offer a young man who's got shitloads of coin and still in the prime of his life, sexually speaking.
3 years, and I think it's in Aussie dollars.
So 3 years, 1.8 maths, Eddie.
600.
Love that. I can't, life's too short for Mitch, sexual prime of his life, to not go. You've done everything you can do here.
You've done.
Newcastle ain't winning a comp.
No. Let's be honest. Let's all be honest. You've done as much as you can do.
You squeezed every last drop out of it.
Catalans need to replace one James Maloney who's retired. Maybe next year, if you pass up the opportunity to go now, pending release obviously, and you stay another year at Newcastle, you might be forced to the fucking north of England somewhere. Do you know what I mean? Where there's not as much crumpet running around.
There ain't crumpet.
Crumpet.
It's fucking...
Crumpet wasteland.
Yeah, dude. It's
up there.
frozen waffles.
It's a fucking tundra.
Yeah, it's a shithole.
Devoid of crumpet. Now,
This is a
this is a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Yeah.
To get the good stuff, to get paid handsomely to get it.
I haven't heard of one person, and I believe we were even having this conversation with friend of the show, Manly legend Justin Horrow, the Scope. I haven't heard of one player talking about not fucking frothing Catalans. You definitely hear players going, oh, yeah, I went to fucking wherever in the north of England and it sucked ass.
Mate, players that go there to play for the weekend, that's like the highlight of their year.
Yeah.
They line up weekends and shit around it.
Yes, exactly. It's like, oh, yeah, look, I know we're meant to be like combatants this weekend because we're coming to play you, but we come from one of the great shitholes all time in the north of England. Just let's line up a session afterwards. Let's be mates.
Let's be mates.
Let's
We
be
are
mates. So we can just go out and session with the Catalans boys.
Yes. Show us a good time,
Yeah.
please.
You don't know when you're going to get, if ever, an offer from Catalans. I think every player in the competition probably wants to go to Catalans. You're also going into a good team. They just lost the grand final. So they're not a shit side either. Not that it matters. You're in the south of France. Who gives a fuck? You're getting paid good money. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. Imagine that. Mitch goes over there, wins a Man of Steel, maybe wins a comp, gets the best at, that
Tier
part of the
1
world.
crumpet.
He gets tier 1 crumpet. He's showered in it and he
Yeah.
gets paid well. I think that's a fucking no-brainer. Now, it all becomes down to this. Will Newcastle let him go? Newcastle don't have a 7 at this point. That's why they're obviously out there talking to see who they can get. If they sub out Mitch
For Luke
a
Brooks.
Luke Brooks,
I think that's a good deal for Newcastle.
you know what? It shores up their future. Their future's rosy
Yeah.
with Luke at the helm.
Yeah.
Can they win a comp?
I mean, that's not the point, Eddie.
Do you dare to dream?
Well, I think you have to dream because that's probably the only way
That's
you're
what
going
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Lay down, have a nap, dream of winning the comp.
See, like, how long can you sleep for, Dave, without dying? Because if you're a Knights fan and say you can sleep for 5-6 years,
Wake me up when September comes.
when September ends. Yeah. So if you do get Luke Brooks, say on a 5-year, $1 million a season contract,
Yep.
see if you can be put into a medically induced coma for 5 years and still be sweet. 5 years comes, you're back into it. An extended nap.
Not a care in the world. During that time, you can dream of glory.
Bit of a Matrix thing. You know when in the Matrix when it's like you're basically just putting him in, the guy's like saying he's going to have the juiciest steak of all time and he's like, if I can just think of this fucking thing, like if this is my life, just put me into a dream where the Knights win every year if they sign Luke Brooks.
And then that can be your reality.
That can be your reality.
You winning the comp with Luke
Or is that like Vanilla Sky as well? Except that goes wrong. The only problem there is if you have a Vanilla Sky moment, if you haven't seen it, Tom Cruise, Cameron Diaz,
Haven't seen it.
Penelope Cruz, fucking mind melter of a film. But if you do, it's where you get put into a dream basically. So like Tom Cruise is in a horrific car accident. He's like a handsome guy, horrific car accident. And rather than continue his life as this like fucking really, like he's got a lot of issues, he gets put into this company that do dreams. They put you to sleep and you basically, your life's fucking amazing. But they fuck his up and his dreams, his life becomes a nightmare. So I'm saying if you were to get knocked out for 5 years, wake me up when the Knights don't have Luke Brooks anymore. But unfortunately, they program it wrong and you actually have that whole scenario playing out in your dreams as well. You could have a Vanilla Sky moment, which would be a problem.
But more troubling than that, Tom, if I can walk this a little further.
It needs
The
to be walked
Knights
further.
with the Brooks will have a Vanilla Sky moment. That will be their reality.
Well, yeah, it'll be a waking one. Yeah, that's the problem for them. That's going to be the reality, is that life will get tough in the Hunter.
And we don't want that for the Knights.
No.
I
And look-
love the Knights. Well, I don't love them, but I don't mind them.
I don't mind it. And I mean, it's obviously harsh on Luke Brooks, but like, we're just talking about like,
No, I'm just calling it how I
footballer-
see it. I'm just calling it how I see it.
Yeah.
I don't think you've got the cattle
for Luke Brooks to
for
go up
Luke
there
Brooks
and
to go in and rip and tear. Maybe behind a great pack and with a fucking couple of beasts around him, sure. But
maybe, but look, you haven't seen enough from Luke to think that that's the case. No disrespect to Luke. It's just the way that we see it as professional, uninformed dead shits.
from where I'm sitting, as a dribbler running my eye over his form for the Tigers hasn't been great.
Well, he's never played a finals game.
Put it that way, which is where you want to be.
If you were going to put it that way,
That's how you'd put it.
that's how you'd have to put it.
If you're going to put it anyway, you'd have to put it that way.
You'd have to put it into that
Because
context.
to put it any other way would be doing a disservice to you.
It'd be, it'd be neglectful.
It'd be neglect. You'd be charged for that. You should be arrested.
Should be charged.
You should be arrested for neglect.
Yeah. Negligence. Criminal negligence.
Criminal negligence, that's right. Now, is that going to happen? You know what? Part of me thinks it will. Why?
I think Mitch goes to Crumpet Town.
I think Mitch goes to Crumpetland because it's almost the promised land for Mitch in some ways.
Yes.
He's going to the promised land.
Yes.
I've gone through all this shit, highs and lows, but
I get a swan song in Crumpetland.
I get swongs on here. Like, it's almost, the yin and the yang. I got fucking ridiculed for, a harmless humping of a dog, but in the fullness of time, I will be showered with Euro Crumpet.
Yes. It's like...
Do you know what I mean?
Well, it's kind of almost like a Christian redemptive sort of reading on this thing where it's like, I took the fall for the sins of the masses, which was...
We all hump dogs.
We all hump dogs. Funny jokes. And once, I died for your sins, I am now raised up in heaven.
Yes.
Crumpet land.
Yeah.
For all of you.
Yeah.
So
and you take your pick.
Yeah.
It's a buffet.
Yeah. It's the land of crumpets.
Yep. And all they serve is crumpet.
Yeah, that's it. So, and Mitch, as we know, clinically addicted to crumpet.
He's been diagnosed.
He's been diagnosed with a clinical addiction.
He's hidden behind as such.
Yeah. Yes.
So congratulations to the Knights. If that's the way that you do intend to go, I think it's bold. I think it's beautiful. I think it's calculated. I think it makes a lot of sense.
A lot of sense.
A lot of synergy between Luke and the club.
Yep.
I believe West, on the flip side to that, have been signing. We've got Hastings coming.
Yep.
As Dave informed me off air. Also Tyrone Peachy, have they signed?
Yep. Signed Tyrone. That's a good signing.
They're not bad signings.
They aren't bad signings. I don't know who else they may have. I don't know if there's anyone else of note. But I think that if you get Tyrone Peachy and Jackson Hastings and lose Luke Brooks, the Tigers are in a better position from that happening. Just on the face of it. Could be wrong. Just on the face of it.
Just on the face.
Just on the face of it.
Don't get pissed off.
Hey.
Cool.
Just on the face of it. Is there anything else in rugby league?
There's still some more chat around the Dolphins' name.
Fuck that.
Luke Thompson doesn't want to get vaccinated.
Well, the NRL is saying they aren't going to enforce that, which I like that because obviously, but it's also smart. It's like, it's not going to be our fucking problem. Like,
But I think some clubs are choosing to enforce it.
that's what I mean. The NRL can just go, we aren't going to enforce it, but any like state-based fucking laws are going to enforce it. There's going to be
So some clubs are. Interesting.
Well, ultimately you're going to have to because you won't be allowed into Victoria if you're not vaccinated, for example. So it's like, yeah, sure, you're not going to fucking play then.
And when
But the NRL are going, we don't have to do this.
And
We don't have to take the fall here.
Like with New Zealand as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have to take the fall because you're going to get forced to do it one way or another. Why the fuck would we do it? Like,
It's
why?
good. It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
It's a good call.
It's PVL.
Good
mate.
PR.
PVL,
Good PR.
smart man.
Good PR. Hey, bruh, not our issue.
Hey, not our problem.
Not our problem,
Do
bro.
what you want, but you're probably not going to be allowed to play.
They're basically saying do what you want to do at Perisher Blue.
Which also potentially a very good regional jingle, except I think it might have been a bit more national because Perisher could have attracted people.
Do what you want to do at Perisher Blue. It's genius stuff.
It is
I
good.
say it all the time.
I would wonder, I mean, obviously you can do what you want to do at Perisher Blue. I'd assume it's largely skiing and snowboarding.
You would think. But I think they're giving you the freedom
To do what you want to
to
do
do what you want to do.
at Perisher Blue. Perisher close to Thredbo?
Right next door,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I think that's true.
I think isn't it over the mountain?
It might be.
They're all in that part of the world. The Snowy Mountain's not humongous.
Bro, we should go to the snow next year if we're not somewhere else. Or at least at some stage, for whatever reason, let's just justify doing a show from the snow. Remember the footy show used to do it?
Well, you would just go down there with our equipment
Yeah.
and just stay for a week.
Yeah.
And we might film one or two things.
One or two shows. But, you know, like the footy show every year, it was like, oh, it's snowing. We better go do a show from the snow. Like, that's just how we would sell it.
Well, we
how
need to
you
get a
call it.
Perisher sponsorship.
Well, we need a pair of sponsors.
out
We also
there,
need.
We'll probably go to Threadbow.
Yeah, we go to Threadbow. And we need Big Ute on board to get us down there.
Yeah,
Some tracks on the wheels.
Look, I can't see a world in which we would be able to get down there without Big Ute on.
Without Big Ute.
Reach out, Big Ute. Big Ute's still waiting for you to reach out.
Still waiting for you to reach out, which is shocking.
But we've got time.
I'm
do have patient.
Time. Yep. Oh, well, we're patient. Don't you worry about that.
The ox is slow, but the earth is patient.
The what?
Is that the same?
What is it? The
The ox is slow, but the earth is patient.
never heard that saying in my life.
No,
ever.
that's true.
The
and,
ox-
and also, actually, that also being the title of the book by David Butterfant, someone, and Mick Malthouse of Collingwood fame. That's what his book was called.
Sure. Well, the ox is slow and the earth is patient. So reach out, Big Ute, off the back of that, if that didn't get you going. All right, sweet. So we're just about to watch a video here before we get into the dribbles of Danny Ricciardo. Reach out, Ricky. He was dressed as a cowboy on the week, Eddie, ahead of the Texas Grand Prix, was it?
The US Grand Prix. I don't know if
In Texas.
Yeah. We'll explain the get up.
Yeah. But apparently did a full interview, Dave was telling us, with a Texas accent. I didn't hear this, did you?
No, I didn't. I haven't heard this. This is brand new for me.
All right, here we go.
How are you feeling about this weekend? I know you love America. Do you reckon you guys can be a force around here?
One does. I think we can be a hell of a force because, well, 2019, those papaya cars gave me a real headache in the race. I saw both of them in my mirrors for a lot of the time, and I do believe their car is a step or 2 steps better than it was 24 months ago. So I'm now in that papaya car, the McLaren as we know it, and I feel joy in my heart to be able to drive it at force around the COTA circuit.
I'm intrigued to see if you can keep this up for the whole interview, so let's see how long we can go.
Boy, I'm going to give it my best shot.
And another reason why you're going to be smiling this weekend is you're going to be behind your boyhood, dreamhood car, right?
That is correct.
How excited are you?
Well, hell, Boogity, I'm very excited because Earnhardt was an absolute hero of mine. To be able to drive the 84 Earnhardt car, I believe he won 5 races in that car. It's special. The livery is amazing. The Wrangler jeans, the blue and yellow, the big 3 on it. It's a crazy. So, you know, in this calendar year, I got to drive, you know, a hero in Santa's car in Goodwood, and boy, in a few days' time, I want to drive Earnhardt. So it's a real pinch me kind of moment right now.
What a year you're having. Like one
Hell
free
of a year.
victory as well. Like one free
Yeah.
win as well.
Wow. I haven't quite nailed the wow in American, but I'm getting there.
You're getting there. Good work. I'll leave you to it. We can't top that. It can't get any better. Have a good weekend, mate.
Thank y'all.
Dude.
He's got plenty of dribbler in him.
He's got plenty of dribbler in him. What's also like, if you're fucking the Formula One media, you're like, you love someone like him. Like, there's no one like him. There's not many people like him just in general, but just like, he just keeps it fun, light, interesting. A full interview in a fucking Texas accent.
He keeps it light and fluffy, that's for sure.
Yeah. I haven't seen Drive to Survive, but I've got the impression that he's like a prickly motherfucker. Is that true, or is that...
Not that I'm aware of.
Oh, okay, sweet. Well, then I've just been given a bum steer. I really should watch Drive to Survive. I don't know if I've been recommended
I
anything
think
more.
that they... Obviously, in a fucking environment where it's like high pressure and he's not doing so well, maybe you get a bit prickly from time to time. You're not
Well,
gonna
yeah,
be,
that makes
You're not going to be
sense.
super relaxed the whole time.
No.
You're fucking going like shit.
You're meant to be winning.
And you're meant to be winning on shitloads of money.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, cool. Well, that was Danny Rick. Reach out, Ricky. We still want to get you on the pod. Feel free to tag him anytime you see him in any of his photos. Just tag us in there and tell him to get on the podcast. I think, though, time to dribble, Edward.
Time to dribble.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Also, I'm just watching a video of Babar Azam's father breaking down crying after Pakistan beat India. Can you just check, how long has it been since Pakistan's beaten India? 'Cause I think it's been fucking ages. Like, I think this is a historic win almost.
It's the first time they've beaten them in a World Cup.
Really?
Yeah.
There you go.
Um,
And they pumped him. Which makes our fucking nuts to bet on him, Eddie, far more impressive.
Oh, yeah. We've got stones, mate.
Yeah, we got stones.
That's never been in question.
Nah.
yeah, last 12 World Cup games, It doesn't say overall, but yeah, 12 between ODIs and T20s.
Hectic.
There you go. All right, beauty. Well, let's get to the dribbles.
Let's dribble.
Yeah, Kohli had never been dismissed by Pakistan before.
Wow.
But they play tests, don't they?
I mean, they'd play the occasional.
Yeah. I don't understand how that works.
I don't know how that works. That's fucking crazy.
All right. Let's dribble.
Hey boys, Costanza dribbler here. Summer is approaching, days are getting longer, cricket is on its way, which also means that Out of the Blue, we're kicking back into Out of the Blue season, best burger in Sydney. For those punters and dribblers that are not Sydney siders, could you illuminate them to the beauty of Out of the Blue? And I want to know, how long does the Out of the Blue line have to be for you to essentially go, nah, brah, and give it a miss? Because I must say I have waited up to, I want to say, 20 metres or so, and unless you've had it, you probably won't understand. Beers soon, boys. Cheers for all your work.
Never had it.
You've never had it?
No.
Oh, dude. Never had it.
Never had
well, we got to make that a fucking thing to do. Nah, bro, it's phenomenal. Out of the Blue burger. It's in Clovelly, or at least it's just up from Clovelly. And I'm pretty sure like they're cooking on, like they've been open for a long time, and it's like, you know, when you go like, oh, this pizza joint's been using the same oven for fucking 100 years, and it's like got the flavour baked into the fucking walls. Like that's what it's like in there as well. Out of the Blue burger is so good. I thought after lockdown they still hadn't opened yet.
No, they had like a little bench going. You couldn't go inside, but they were going. But to your point there, up until COVID, they only took cash. They were like, we don't care. We're not changing. Like, you're going to have to create a pandemic for us to not
we need a
accept cash.
global pandemic for us not to get cash, baby. We all know cash is king.
There's not many of those places, if any, left.
No. Dude, it would be turning over so much fucking money. It's crazy. And it's a hole-in-the-wall little burger joint. Like, it's not huge.
It's a fish and chip joint.
Fish and chip joint. Yeah, but like, you know.
Yeah.
Their burgers are outrageous. Well, it's fish and chips and burgers, Dave. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Out of the Blue, don't know what street it's on, but if you're in Sydney and in Clovelly, I'd be going there. The line, I'm not a big line guy. We're not line guys. We spoke about this last. David pushing at the front.
How long would you wait? I haven't had the burger, so I can't comment.
Man, I'm not prepared to really wait much for anything. It depends on the situation in terms of like, have I got to walk up from the beach to go get the burgers to then go back down to the beach? Or is it like, all right, let's leave the beach, let's go get something to eat and then go home? Like, am I extending my trip by 40 minutes to wait in the line for 20 minutes, then wait for my burger for 20 minutes? Nah. So not long. They're good, but nothing's that good for me to wait 40 minutes.
That's the thing about waiting. If I order something, then it's up to the gods as to how long it takes for it to be given to me.
Yeah.
But if I run an eye over a line that I've got to wait in for 20 minutes, and then again, who knows how long the food's
Just for the right to order.
Just for the right to order. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Because then in my head, I'm thinking about how many fucking burgers I've got to make in front of me. And the time it takes to order is not the time it takes to make the food. So the time's getting
Longer and longer. Like the universe expanding exponentially.
That's right. At a faster and faster rate, Tom.
Much like the time it takes to get a burger if you're waiting in a line.
That's right. So you got to make smart decisions this summer. That's what I'd say.
Yeah, try get in there early or
late.
Late or
don't go get a burger at 1 o'clock.
No, but you send someone up and you go, you know what? You go wait in the line. You let me know. I come up. We switch sides. You go back down to the beach, and then you're splitting your wait time. I'll wait 20. You wait 20. You wait in the line. I'll wait for the burgers. See you back at the beach.
Smart footy.
That's the way you got to play it. But fucking shout out to Out of the Blue burger. I wonder if they got merch. I wouldn't mind starting to wear merch of like niche food places I like to go to. Childhood Charlie's is one that I could get around.
I feel like that's not niche enough though.
It's not niche.
Well, it's not niche anymore. It was niche.
Yeah.
It was niche. It was niche for a long time.
The Mossman one and the Wallara one. It was super niche.
Yeah.
Now it's fucking everywhere.
Indian Home Diner. Now that's niche. I'll get me some Indian Home Diner merch.
I've got a Dave's Takeaway Fish and Chip Shop from Port Douglas shirt from there, which says on the back, it's something like, what is it? Like, what a difference a Dave makes.
I like that. Just a quick question. Do you still have those Aussie one-day floppies? Got to bring them in.
They're out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
I don't stare at them every day when I get dressed.
No, I get
Now we'll wear them on Thursday.
We'll wear them for about even.
Yes, we will, because we love the country.
Yeah, and I've got a one-day shirt. So
The yellow floppies. Were they for...
Were they the T20
They're
World
actually-
Cup?
they are
T20
for the
World-
T20 World Cup.
Which has now been moved to Abu Dhabi, and then because it was supposed to be here.
Yeah, well, there's one next year here.
Yeah, here.
So they're actually perfect.
They're actually T20
World Cup
World Cup
floppies.
floppies. Like they're up to code.
Yeah, they are. They're up to code.
Fuck, we're just ahead of the curve.
Yeah, we are. We're smart.
We bought them because they were cheap.
Yeah, well, they were because they were selling because it was like
Because they were all misprinted. Yeah.
Exactly. They were all like, "Well, fuck, this is the 2020 World Cup and it's been cancelled." So we were like, they were going for like $5 a hat. You don't fucking turn your nose up at that.
Not for a yellow floppy.
No. One dribble in. Let's move on.
Jesus.
Cunt, it's the Malibu Milk Driller, boys. I can't believe you cunts. I've wool-pulled the fuck out of you cunts. You think I'm fucking Ken from Kingston. I am from fucking Brisbane. I'm calling you off the fucking Telstra hotbox right now, and we're in fucking Fortitude Valley, alright? I've wool-pulled the fuck out of you cunts, and I thought no one else could have ever done that. But look who's fucking king. It's me. It's not fucking Sebo. It's not fucking Michael. It's fucking me, cunt. I'm the fucking king. So, fuck you, cunts. I will pull the fuck out of yous. Yeah. Hey, boys, it's Ken. Fuck you, cunts.
So he's Ken from Kensington?
Boys, I meant to hang that up, but I didn't. So, at the end of the day, fuck you, cunts.
Because we said that we thought he was... Because he called up maybe trying to accuse...
Is he saying he's Ken from Kensington?
No, he's saying that he wool-pulled us and that he's not. I think.
I don't understand what he was saying there because I don't remember ever accusing him of being Ken from Kensington.
Yeah, we did. Because he tried to...
He tried to say it was like the Gator Butte dribble or
Oh, right. Okay, cool. Sure. All
We
right.
were like, maybe it's you, bro.
Yeah, well, that's not really a wool pull, but
We just said maybe it's
we just said maybe it's you. We're just we're detectives, dude. You got to have everyone be an option. Everyone under suspicion.
You look at all the clues.
Yeah. You've actually wool pulled yourself because you sound like an idiot because you didn't wool pull us. That's not a wool pull.
No, it's not a wool-pull.
Good dribble, though.
World-class detectives keep all options open.
Yeah.
Shout out to payphones.
Yeah. World-class dribblers call on payphones.
Yeah.
So you are that.
Best believe. Seemingly he doesn't have a mobile.
No.
Probably ran out of credit.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey lads, I was just calling because it leads into a question, but for like, I've been dropped out of uni for like a year now, and I've been working full time as an apprentice electrician, but I haven't told my mum. She still thinks I go to uni. So I leave home in the mornings and say I'm going to the gym, and quickly sneak out before she wakes up and fucking so I can hivey, then I'll get changed and fucking chuck on clothes that like you might wear to uni when I come home, and just like, oh yeah, you know, uni's good, you know, whatever. So like that was leading into this question that what's like the biggest lie you've ever told your parents? Like, have you ever rolled with it, or like, have you gotten caught? You know what I mean? Because this one's getting fucking tough.
Dude.
Thanks, lads. Catch you.
That's
What the fuck?
fucking crazy.
Mate, talk about digging yourself into a fucking hole.
A year.
He's got two options. Either he comes clean and goes, I've been telling this fucking weird lie for a year, and here it is. Or he just goes, I'm dropping out of uni and I'm going to be an electrician.
Can you...
just pretend he starts...
Dave, can you save that dribble and his number? I wouldn't mind like calling him back at some point and just like asking him some follow-up questions. Like, what are you studying at uni? What does your mum think you're doing? Like, would she be fucking furious? You know what I mean? Like,
And even if she is furious, I'm guessing
what's she
you're like
going to
20,
do? Yeah, how old are you? We might try and call him back on like the Thursday pod or some shit.
And it's also not like he's dropped out to just be a fucking dropout. Like, he's got a job.
Yeah, you've got to
So,
be an
that's
apprentice.
good,
Like,
you know?
She must be anti-Sparky, the mum.
again, I don't want to assume anything on Mama because we don't know yet. But it sounds like she's anti-Sparky.
On the face of it.
On the face of it, she's anti-Sparky, that's not great. Maybe he can clear that up if we call him back on a Thursday. But in terms of the biggest lie I've ever told, I don't know.
Mate, like, how do you fucking follow up that?
Yeah, that's a way bigger lie than anything I've ever told.
In the eyes sounds going to sound stupid.
This isn't a lie. This was like I got caught in a fucking weird web once, relatively recently with a sponsor. And was dealing with them from like two businesses. So like with this one, like across two emails, sorry. So like Hello Sport and another one that I have, video production. God, my voice is going. And, but I was talking to them about Hello Sport and I was talking about video production within this one email. So within the email, they didn't realize that I was Tom from Hello Sport. They thought I was like a third party talking about Hello Sport shit. And then they wanted to like catch up, to like get together. It was like, oh, it'd be great to meet you and the boys from Hello Sport and fucking thing. And I was like, holy fuck. Because I just thought, fuck it. Like when the conversation was going that way, I was like, well, look, it's gotten to a point now where they think I'm two different people. Who gives a shit? Just easier just to fucking keep going. They're like, let's catch up. And I'm like, holy fuck. I now, after a couple of months of communicating, have basically pretended to be a second Tom within this situation. And now they want to catch up and I don't know what the fuck to do about it. It gave me serious anxiety. And then...
And what'd you do about it?
Well, ultimately I just front-footed it. You fucked up. It was my own fault. Shouldn't have done it. I didn't expect the catch-up. You should always expect a catch-up.
Would like to do another catch-up.
Would love to do another catch-up.
Catch-up last
And we
week,
will.
right?
We will do another catch-up for sure. Yeah. But anyway, I then just came clean and went, listen, can't wait for a catch-up. Before we do catch up, think I need to let you know about something. I am Tom from Hello Sport. He is me. We are one and the same people. I apologise. It just got out of control and I just thought, fuck it. I didn't think we were going to catch up. Now we are. Best you know. Sincere apologies. And you know what? It's never been spoken about since. I reckon they've even forgotten about it until they hear this.
Good stuff, mate.
That's a lie of sorts. It's not really a lie. I didn't want to be lying. I got caught in a fucking tough spot.
None are coming to mind.
No.
I've told many lies.
I've told lies. Fuck yeah.
Can't remember, like...
I'm the king of bullshit, that game bullshit. I reckon I'm fucking pretty damn good at that one. I've got tactics of how to lie. If we're talking about lying.
Do you?
Yeah.
Good for you, man.
Yeah.
Pretty proud of yourself, aren't you?
Lie early and lie big.
Is that the tactic?
That's a tactic.
Lie early, lie big.
Yeah.
I get that with bullshit because if you play one card and it's like, oh, this is this card that you surprisingly need, that's easy. If you play 4, no one's going to pick you up on fucking 4.
Lie early, lie
Lie
big.
big. I rate that.
Hey, Tom, Eddie, Dave, punters, dribblers. It's the Clean Pipes dribbler here. I just wanted to talk to you about the other week when you were talking about the whirlpool of the Brita water filter and also the state of the pipes. Now, I work for a water utility company, I won't mention names, in Queensland, and I can confirm the state of the pipes that your water that goes to your taps is absolutely filthy. There is dirt, there is rust, it is really, really heinous, to be honest. I mean, I still drink the shit, but I'm not a soft cock. I do think those water filters are a whirlpool. However, some of my colleagues, as they know the state of the pipes, they won't even drink the tap water. They get their water tankered in. So I just wanted to confirm that.
Dude, that's
and on another note, Tom, congratulations with the weight loss, mate. All seriousness.
Thank you so much.
Big ups to you, mate. Cheers, boys. Be soon.
Cheers, brah. Firstly, on the fat burning, but that's fucking terrifying that people who work for water utilities companies are getting their own water tankered in because they know how fucked the pipes are.
In Queensland.
So we're not sure. It could be different in New South Wales.
Well, it could be.
Maybe they're getting it
We could have
tankered
the
in
best
from
of the
here.
best here, mate. You never know.
You don't know.
Don't
but
turn
that's
your nose up at New South Wales pipe, mate.
I'm not. I'm saying that's not a good sign
For Queensland.
for Queensland.
But no, it's not.
So look, I mean, without sort of tooting my own fucking pee here, but was right about the pipes, and I was potentially right about my water filter, Brita water filter, being a Whirlpool.
Yep. Well, 2 from 2, mate. I'll give you those.
I wish there was money on them.
Be a weird bet to take.
Well, just didn't have many wins on the weekend. Interesting.
Very.
Very interesting.
Very interesting. Think about that, punters and dribblers.
It's not,
turn the tap on next
Yeah,
time.
but I mean, is anyone surprised that the fucking pipes are rank? Like, what does everyone think? It's not like you got some little cleaners going through there.
Having said that, the water that comes out of them, I'm happy with.
Yeah, same. Yeah, cool. No, so am I.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
never once, if ever, really, am I like, Jesus, this is a bit. It stinks today, or it's brown. Or it's like, do you know what I mean?
Well, you never fuck. I hope you're not drinking it if it's brown, Eddie.
But
or stinks. Fuck, I can't smell. Does water stink?
No. But
Okay,
But
it could. Well, if you poo in it.
Do you know what I'm saying? What if it came out, it stank? You'd be like, what the fuck?
Well, yeah, but I wouldn't know. But I'm just saying, does water stink? That's terrifying for me.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Anyway, great dribble.
Tom, Eddie, Dave, the conscientious objector dribbler. In regards to what were you scared of the child chat on the Thursday potty this week? As a small child, I was scared of the ice cream man. My grandmother used to tell me that the ice cream man would come and chop my penis off. Why she did that, I don't know.
Your penis?
But it was at the point where every time I heard the bells of the ice cream man, I would scream, run, and hide behind curtains. So yeah, that traumatized me. See you soon. Ice creams never. Thank you.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Nan of sick fuck fame.
Jesus Christ, Nan.
Well, bruh, you know what? Like, I'm not surprised you were scared of the ice cream man.
No, that's fine. That's play on. If your nan's telling you the ice cream man cuts off your penis.
Like, if Nan tells you that anyone's cutting off your penis, that's gonna lead to you being scared of them. You know what I mean? That's not a natural fear.
That's not on you, bro.
You should be scared of your grandma. That's who I'm scared of. Hope she's still with us. If she's not, may she rest in peace. But maybe she's...
She's coming back to haunt people with scissors.
That's outrageous. That's the most outrageous thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, that's outrageous from Nan.
It's outrageous from Nan.
Tell you what, though, I bet she never dropped a cent on ice cream for him. Worked out for her.
Chestnut checkers from Nan.
It's pretty bold, though.
Well, you could have found a lot easier ways.
You said, I'm poor, I have no money.
Well, yeah, that probably doesn't translate to kids, but like, you know, whenever I want to try and get Evie to stop doing something, like she really wants to take like a fucking teddy into the bath. It's like, you can't wet this fucking thing. I just go, Teddy needs to sleep. Or she wants the dummy. I'm like, dummy needs to sleep. Everything needs to sleep. She just fucking, okay, fair call. So you got to think about it that way. Maybe not like the dummy's going to kill you if you have it.
Sure.
Eyes up footy. Shout out to Nan.
Yeah, g'day Tom, Eddie, Dior, Milso the neighbour Castran. I just want to give a shout out to the punters and the dribblers. Come on! Yeah, just a quick one. I'm a massive fan of you, Tom and Eddie, and Dior. I love you all. But Tom, I've just started to realise you've got a different laugh. And I've been following you for a couple of years, listening to podcasts for a few years. But sometimes, I don't know if it's a fake laugh, but you always start going, Dior and Eddie, I don't know if you notice when he does that high-pitched laugh, like he's like, like, you reckon is that put on, or is that just like a real laugh? Like I'll tell you it's a joke, and then you, like, if he laughs, I want to see if he does this higher pitch. Hey, Tom, what happens if a bird shits on your car? You don't ask her out again. Pepsi Max soon. Thanks, boys.
Oh, Neil. So,
do you think you're going to get grilled about your life today?
I didn't think I was going to get grilled about my life today. I can't say that it's put on. I'm now going to be thinking about it next time I do it, though. So I thank you for that. Bro, I just laugh. I just giggle.
Nilso get in your head, mate.
Nah, you know what, though? Nilso got to do a lot more than that to get in my head, but...
Don't let him rattle you. Laugh your own laugh.
Yeah, I will. You know
laugh
what I mean?
your laugh.
Make your own kind of music, sing your own special
It's
song.
like speaking your truth.
Yeah, exactly. Be your own. I mean,
Laugh
we
your
need some
life.
Christos Kyrios fucking self-help sort of shit. But I appreciate that, Nilso. I guess he's been listening a lot. He's noticed my laugh.
Was he saying it's changed?
Yeah, I'm not sure they were saying it's changed or not.
But are you trying out a new laugh?
Listen, I didn't want to fucking have to broach it this way, but I'm often trying out new laughs, new giggles, things, just to test the waters.
Just to see how they'll be received.
See how they and unfortunately now I've been found out by Neil, so I'm going to have to retreat back into my shell a little bit laugh-wise, and then we'll see where we go from there.
Go back to what's tried and tested, what you've got through before.
Go back to just what you know, which is like completing your sets from a laugh standpoint. Look to throw the nut around from a laugh standpoint a little later on in the piece.
Maybe a little later. Just complete your
Complete
sets.
early.
Yep.
Kick to the corners.
Fill
and then
possession,
try
fill
out some
possession, fill
laughs.
possession. And if you need to, you
Yeah.
might be able to grind them into the dirt just on your tried and tested laughs.
Yeah.
But if you need to go to another level, get some points.
Yeah. Chase points even.
Chase points. You might need to start debuting more laughs.
Yeah.
But you've just knocked it on.
That was an original. That laugh there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought so.
Yeah. Let's move on. Good drill.
G'day, Tom, Eddie, and Dior. It's having a piss right now. Fell off my BMX bike yesterday. Dribbler here of about to have a Dettol bar fame. I just wanted to know your opinion on a little fucking thing that happened last week. I met all my girlfriend's fucking friends, and I got a bit fucking bounced, if I'm being honest. Don't remember any of their faces, don't remember any of their names. And she keeps bringing them up. How long should I keep this illusion up that I know them all? Penrith forever, Melbourne never. Fuck you, Dior, you little gronk. Cheers.
I always forget my missus' mates' names. Like there are some that I've known. Me and Steph have been together for a long time, so I obviously know plenty of them by now. But when she gets new ones, I forget them.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty good with the names generally. But if you don't know them, bruh, whip the old phone out. Instagram, Facebook. They all fucking tag each other. Piece of piss.
It's a good point.
If you're under the pump, if
Yeah.
you feel like you need to be delivering a little bit more, you've literally got a resource there that can't be wrong.
Yeah.
Because it's right.
Exactly, where you just see their face. But also, like, just tell her you don't know. Sorry, I forgot their name. I was shit-faced.
Yeah. Been the life of the party.
Yeah.
Oops, sorry, I was the life of the party and I had a couple and we all had a fucking great time.
It reminded me when he was saying that of one time when I had a big boys' lunch, and then Steph's friend from work had she was a bit older, the friend, so maybe she might have been 40, and her husband was 40s. We were 28, and Steph was like, "Don't get too fucking fucked up at the boys' lunch because you got to come to this thing after with me." And I was like, "This is such a ball ache. I want to fucking rip and tear." Anyway, I got hammered, and I rolled into this thing so fucked up, and it's so embarrassing to think back on, but I was just cooked, and it was like a sort of, I don't know if it was like Arabian Nights themed, but everyone's seating on the ground in the backyard, and everyone's got a bit of a touch of the fucking dress on and everything, and I was, by the end of the night, Steph explained to me laying on the ground at the table while everyone's there, and forgetting people's names. You're like, "Oh yeah, what's and
Well, so everyone's seated, and you're laying on the ground.
well, everyone's sitting on the ground, cross-legged, and I'm on my side and fucking on my back, and then leaning back on my arms, and just but Steph was the chick even made a comment about how fucking pissed you were, and I was just like,
was Steph off you?
She wasn't stoked about it. She's brought it up again before. But also don't ask me to come into that after what you know is going to be don't set me up for failure. There's no way that was never going to happen.
Yeah, it's a setup.
It's a setup. I was set up. Anyway, that just reminded me of it because he sounded like he got cooked with his mate.
Did you wake up with anxiety?
A little bit, but also I didn't care. Like I wasn't being rude to anyone. Like that would give you anxiety if you were being a prick, which I'm not. But you know, like if I just got pissed and embarrassed myself, I'm like, I can wear that. It's not something I do regularly.
Good for you, mate.
Thanks, guys.
On we go.
Tom, Eddie Dior. Hope you boys are well. Also, welcome to baby Zoe. Just a quick question on the back of last week's potty, talking about people from the Redcliffe region dropping the Broncos and becoming Dolphins fans. Hypothetically speaking, if there was a new rugby league team from Bowral or Dubbo, let's call them the Bowral Blues or the Dubbo Devon, would you drop the Sea Eagles and turn your coat? Anyway, 5-0 Ashes soon. Thanks, boys.
No, I wouldn't.
It's a tough one.
No.
I don't think so.
Even for the Dubbo Devon?
Well, I don't live there anymore.
I don't even have to think about it. It's not a tough one for me. There's no way. I would never.
I've come too far, I think, now to turn around.
They're my team. That's what it is.
Plus, like, maybe if Manly were playing like the Broncos right now, you might give it more.
There's also a reality that people in Redcliffe...
I'd have a very soft spot for them.
Of course, but also the people
I
in...
wouldn't change.
People in Redcliffe had a team their whole childhood.
You could go for the Redcliffe Dolphins.
The Redcliffe Dolphins have been a team that was in the Q Cup, one below the NRL the whole time. So it's a little bit different. But good question, but there's just not a fucking chance. Do I see, like, could I exist without the Manly Sea Eagles in my life? No.
Couldn't do it. Wouldn't do it.
I'd have a second favourite team, and that'd be the Bowral Blues. Bowral Blacks played rugby.
Is what it is. There you go.
There you go. Good question, though.
Good question.
It's a fucking track.
It's okay, Tom, if you need to hold someone's hand.
Nah, man, I'm back.
Tricky?
No, because I fucking love the song. That's the thing, right? When I was younger... Oh, let's let this play out for a bit. This is not like a song you ever heard growing up, right? Like...
But to be scared of?
Well, I was young. When did this song come out, Dave?
91.
There you go. So, like, okay, is this just going to be Treaty the whole time?
No,
like,
it's done now.
Yeah.
I
So,
love that some cunts called up.
yeah, well, I mean, dude, someone's made an individual Instagram account called Eddie Simpson getting down to your favourite songs after you put up that video of you fucking winning on the weekend. So, like, punters and dribblers are fucking undefeated. They've set up a full Instagram account for that. Fan page. That song is a song I like. It's a fucking classic, right? As a kid, I'd never heard any music like that before. Like, usually you're hearing very sort of straight up and down musical arrangements, couple of guitars, lead singer, drums, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's sort of it. This was like Indigenous singing, instruments, the didge. Like, they'd never fucking... A didgeridoo, if you've never heard it before, is like, holy shit. So, yeah, it was fucking scary to a 3-year-old. But this was, my parents listened to this sort of music as well, but it was the first time I'd ever heard anything like it. So it scared the fuck out of me. I used to think they were saying Humphrey as well. Treaty, and they go, Humphrey. And I used to love Humphrey B. Bear, so I was like conflicted. I was like, I love this song. They're saying Humphrey, I think. Anyway.
On we go.
I've given that a lot of fun.
G'day, Tom, Eddie, Dior, Gilbert Dribble here, and you can take this as a statement if you want, but the Wallabies will not lose another game of rugby for the rest of the year. Right, peace.
Are they playing anymore? Oh, they got the spring tour. What, they're going to do the Grand Slam?
I don't think
Come
so.
on.
Mate.
Come on.
Are we playing all the home nations, Dave?
I'm just getting it up here. We've got Scotland, England, and Wales.
So the Grand Slam not on offer.
No.
I would be fucking shocked. Put it that way.
I'd say that England could probably do a
I'd
job.
be shocked. Eddie Jones hasn't lost to Australia as England coach.
He's also got a couple of Australian players there, some turncoats. Michael Liner's son being one of them, and then some other guy who was like
Michael Liner have won the World Cup in
captained the World Cup
in '91. Fame.
Yeah, and his son, who's a dirty turncoat.
How does that fucking as Michael must be devastated.
What's his son's name? Dior Dave Liner.
I get
There's
it.
Louis.
get it?
There's Louis.
Turncoat rhetoric.
Yeah.
Lewis, Thomas, or Nicolo.
Louis Liner.
Like Louis Liner, your old man has won the World Cup for the Wallabies and he lifted the trophy. And now, 25 years later, however fucking long it's been, you have the audacity to turn your back on your
nation, on your father's nation.
On a World Cup winners' nation and play for the Poms?
He was the head of the country, and now you're going and playing for the fucking stinky Poms, Louis Liner? Fuck you, dude. With the greatest respect, obviously.
I don't know. Louis, that's pretty ordinary.
That's pretty rogue.
That's really rogue.
That's
stuff.
rogue. That's rogue traders. That's Nat Bassingthwaighte.
You know what? Oh, you know what? If Louis Liner plays, I think the Wallabies win.
Yep, same.
Now I'm starting to think we can win 3 in a row.
Yep.
I think we do.
I think we do. I think we do. There's
Fucking oath.
bad
Come on.
turncoat energy in the.
Yeah, and it needs to be fucking squashed out of those Pom losers.
Yep.
Yep, I'm on board. I'm on board 100%.
Louis Liner.
3 wins on the trot, baby. Chalk it up.
You.
Hey, boys. It's the Tamora dribbler here. I just wanted to bring up something that would definitely interest the both of you. You call it the Punters and Dribblers podcast, but the act of dribbling itself is quite literally having spit run out of your mouth. But the word drivel with a V, as per the Oxford Dictionary, is the actual definition for talking nonsense. So I just wanted to get your thoughts on that and just see if you would possibly change the name of the podcast to Punters and Dribblers with a V there. Just let me know.
The podcast's not called Punters and Dribblers. I think we need to just get that out of the way early. It's called Hello Sport.
And think about this, Punters and Dribblers. Did that bloke sound like he had fucking spit pouring out of his mouth as he said that? Because he fucking did from where I'm sitting.
That sounded
he
like...
didn't sound like a dribbler at all. He sounded like a dribbler, that bloke.
It sounded like a man that was dribbling.
He needed a bib.
He needed a bib. And I don't think he understands. He thinks we're talking about whatever the fuck, dribbling. That was dribble.
Yeah.
Punters and dribblers are the audience, are you at home, are me and Eddie.
And he was a dribbler.
He was a dribbler.
Who needed a bib and certainly needed a bucket.
Bucket.
I needed to mop that shit up.
ShamWow. Under the chin. Viva wipes. Extra adhesive.
No, ShamWow, I get the job.
Well, I think you need it all. But that was an ironic dribble.
It was so ironic.
That was ironic.
He's looking at champion drivel as if we're going to go, oh, fuck, you're absolutely right. Not understanding what dribbler actually means.
And the fact that he is fulfilling the prophecy of a dribbler whilst trying to denounce it.
That's a great dribble.
That's a great dribble. So no, we won't be changing anything. But the podcast is called Hello Sport anyway, and the page Punters and Dribblers page. Nothing's changing though.
No, he just shored it up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, we're actually just locking it in forever.
That was shoring it up.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Hey boys, Sweaty Armpit Dribbler here. Recently engaged, planning a wedding. Just want to hear what your thoughts are on what a good wedding should be. A couple of thoughts. Margaritas on arrival for all the guests. And photos before the wedding. Love to hear what you guys think. And Tom, congratulations on the newborn. Love Zoe. See ya. Bye.
Thank you.
Bobos.
I think he said photos, but I also heard bobos.
As in, like, do you get photos? When do you get photos on the wedding day? All that sort of shit. You and I are a bit of a tale of two weddings. Mine, obviously, a bit more COVID related. But I just kept it very simple. So, I mean, it depends what you want. I just went to a registry and then fucking, like, no one came. You weren't even there.
No, I wasn't.
No. Yeah, mate, you know what? Keep it simple. That doesn't mean keep it small, but keep it simple. People just want to be able to go and dance and piss on and have a good time. Keep speeches short.
Yeah, I would say that.
Don't let people fucking waffle on. Like, have a good speech, have a go.
Put people on like 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minute time limits.
If you go fucking...
If you go there and you've got fucking 5, 6 speeches, they're going 15 minutes each.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, it's just like the whole thing,
It's
the
a TED
whole
Talk.
day becomes a TED Talk.
Yeah.
You don't want that. You don't want that.
Yeah.
Make sure your guests are fucking well lubricated. That's
Keep
what
the
I would
piss
say.
flowing.
Keep it flowing. If you've got pockets that can afford it, open bar, baby.
Yeah.
Drink whatever the fuck you want. You want cocktails? Rip and tear, son. Sometimes you get a bit over wine. Sometimes you get over beer. But that's up to you. That's a you decision.
Yes.
But I'm saying if you're talking about the perfect wedding, got to be open bar.
Open bar. Perfect wedding. We're talking perfect wedding.
Short speeches, open bar, rip and tear.
Yep.
Hey, Tom.
Destination.
Hey, Eddie. Pittsburgh.
If you can. If you can. You don't have to do this.
What?
Destination weddings. Where, like, it becomes the beauty of, like, going somewhere for a wedding. Obviously, again, if you can, perfect wedding. We went to, for Rugby World Cup here at Sam Carter's, went to this fucking place in the country. And you've got like a captive audience for a few days. So it's like everyone gets there, they have a fucking lovely time the day before, everyone gets into their work, then the next day is the wedding and everyone's having a fucking belter, and then the next day is the recovery. It's not like, oh, I've got to go home or I've got this fucking appointment. It's like you've got a captive audience of everyone just wanting to party. So if you can get it destination out of the city or even overseas, I've been to a couple in Europe when I was in my late 20s that were fucking fantastic. That's also a positive.
Another preference for me personally, keep it out of the church.
I'm also with you there.
And that's no disrespect to church weddings. I just find sometimes the ministers can
make it about
them.
Yeah.
And, oh, hang on, I've been here for an hour and a half and he's talking about himself still.
Yeah, and I've checked out. I haven't taken. No one's got anything out of this.
I've been yawning for 20 minutes
Yeah.
and I don't want to be seen to be yawning, but I can't help it.
But because this has just become a Christ diatribe.
Again, that's personal preference.
Yes.
You do you, and perish the blue. On we go.
Hey, Tom. Hey, Eddie. Pittsburgh Dribbler here, boys. How much do you reckon Paul Kelly's missed out on money-wise from not creating his own gravy?
Billions.
Just gravy-wise respect. Cheers, boys. Be you soon.
I'd take it a step further, Tom. I think that Paul Kelly could have been the world's first trillionaire.
I'm happy to go with trillionaire. I don't think it's
If
far
you have
off.
an exclusive monopoly on gravy the world over,
yeah,
you'd be a trillionaire.
You're a trillionaire. And a song built in to it. Who's going to make the gravy? Paul Kelly is. Here it is. I made it already. I made it for you.
That's the ad.
Yeah.
Who's going to make the
Gravy?
Oh, wait, I did.
Now, whoops, I did.
I did. Here it is. Paul Kelly's gravy.
Yeah.
I'm on the front.
Yeah.
PK's.
PK's gravy. But now, it's up to me and Eddie to do it. Schnitty lube.
Coming to a fucking Woolies near you.
Yeah. Shout out to Slacky on Instagram, who made the Schnitty lube logo. It's fantastic.
There are people that have wanting to collaborate.
Yeah.
They're reaching out.
Yeah.
I would say this, send samples.
Send your gravy samples. We'll work out whether we want to partner with you because the gravy's got to be up here.
It's got to be up here.
Yeah, it's got to be fucking up here.
If I'm putting my name to something, if I'm putting my name to a Schnitty lube, Tom,
Yeah.
it needs to be world class.
World class Schnitty lube. Like Nobel Peace Prize winning. Peace Prize. Just had a stroke. Nobel Peace Prize winning Schnitty lube.
If you created a Schnitty lube so glorious, so majestic, so wondrous that it literally defied belief.
World peace.
You would win the Nobel Prize for World Peace.
Yeah.
You could stop wars.
Imagine
that as like a peace offering.
Gravy can heal the world. That's another quote tile.
Gravy can heal the world. What are our quote tiles? Gravy can heal the world, Tom.
And then what was your one?
I can't remember. Something about birds, maybe?
Something about birds. No, veneers. Sound like they look. Or look how they sound. Okay, there you go. They're our quote tiles for the week. Something about birds. That could be another quote tile. Let's move on.
G'day, it's the Big Nose Dribbler here. The question that we ask to you boys, the messiahs of dribble and yarn, is we want to know what's the favourite stretch? What is the favourite stretch? Is it a hamstring stretch? Is it a calf stretch? Is it a quad stretch? I need to know. I've just run 21 and a half. I need to know what the red line is. Ah!
Can I show you my... It's not something I think about.
Yeah.
What's my favourite stretch?
Mm.
But what's my go-to?
Yeah.
Which I think is also in some
Your
way
favourite.
saying it's my favourite.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll show you.
Yeah, show it to me.
It's like a bit of... I feel like it's a bit of sort of groin.
Yeah.
Into hammy.
Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah,
know what I mean?
100%. I like that one.
Yeah.
You get a bit of the
So I'm
tightness in the groin out.
I'm
Yeah.
activating here and I'm activating here because you need the groin good, and then I bang and I lean into it, and then I might even just show a little like.
Oh yeah, yeah, straight down.
And then that gets the lower back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then obviously.
Oh well, you tried and tested quad stretch, arm on the head. If you don't have the arm on the head for the quad stretch, then it doesn't actually work. No. It's doing absolutely nothing. Mine, I like both of those. They're strong. I've also got one more to add to it because it has healing properties for the lower back, because it's all about glutes and shit in this game. And that's just... Now, you can do this laying down or standing up, punters and dribblers, if you're watching on YouTube. There.
Yep.
Bend into it. And just all through the arse, you get a huge stretch.
Like that.
If you're doing that lying down, that's called pigeon pose in yoga.
There you go. Pigeon pose. You can lie down, and then if you're doing it laying down, punters dribblers, this is where it's knee across here. You can grab this leg and you pull it into you just to accentuate the stretch even more. But I mean, there's a lot of tried and tested. Depends what you've done, really, because I know you just ran, so some things will be sorer than others. But like, it wouldn't make sense necessarily to like, you know, stretch your fucking wrists if you've just gone for a run. So it's all about context, Eddie. Knowing what's sore, knowing what needs to be stretched.
Dead right, man. Fucking nailed it.
Great dribble. Note down, Dave.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the cut for that bit.
Yep.
Eddie Tom. Tom Eddie. Dior, Dave, you fucking turncoat lesbian cunt.
Getting it today.
This is White Dog Chiropractic, a.k.a. bit of woo-woo. Just got a quick yarn for you, boys. I was at the great Bragg and Famish, a.k.a. the Shag and Famish, one of the great northern Sydney establishments. Sitting there with the boys, did Macron, little sister's best mate, but that's another yarn for you, boys. Have you done that? That's a side note. I was sitting there, and I did a little bit of a fucking little U-turn, looked at the bar, and I saw the Hello Sports bloke in the bar shirt. Okay, this is a dribbler I need to get around. Walked up to him and go, "Come on!" And he looked at me and said, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Cunt, if you're going to wear the Hello Sports memorabilia, get around the fucking P's and D's. Number one. That is the number one rule of P's and D's. Number two, boys, just a little quick dribble. Question. Have you been out to an establishment and embarrassed yourself in front of someone that's around them? Let me know your thoughts. P's and D's forever. Manly 13+.
Bit of woo-woo, never.
I'm surprised he wasn't more reactive to the come on.
Yeah, I
or
thought
receptive even.
you should have got to come on back. Maybe in terms of the union of HSP and bloke, he could be coming from the bloke side of the pond there where he hasn't maybe been illuminated to. Like he only knows us from the Dirty Merger podcast of bloke and HSP.
Well, I don't know if we did come-ons on bloke.
That's what I'm saying. So the guy in the Be a Soon shirt maybe not aware of the come on. Which
If
I mean,
that's the case, I feel sorry for him.
Yeah, same.
I
He's-
would also say that maybe in a like an ambient room, is that the right word? Like it's quite loud. There's a lot of sounds going on. He can't see you if you're coming from behind. Maybe he thought you were just fucking screaming at him.
yeah, maybe he just thought you were a fucking
As opposed to
dribbler.
You barrel him in the eyes and you fucking give
Come on
one.
him. Yeah, we don't know the context around how the come on was
Like if
delivered.
I'd be put it this way, I'd be shocked and appalled if you barreled a bloke and fucking gave him one and he didn't give you one back.
Yeah.
I would be shocked.
Yeah, that'd be shocking. Irrespective of whether you know our work or not, anyone who's come on should be just straight back. Come on.
Bang. And on it goes.
And on it goes. So that guy, yeah, look, I'm sure he's regretting it.
He'd be regretting it.
He'd be waking up going, fuck.
He'd be regretting it.
I should have come on that guy.
Should have come on that guy. I didn't come on him. Now I look like an idiot. Now I've got to live with that for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Now he's living with regret.
Well, I mean, they're spending the rest of his days trying to seek this guy out to just go, oi, oi, oi,
To
oi,
right
oi,
horrible
oi.
wrongs? To right horrible
Oi, oi,
wrongs?
oi, oi.
Oi,
Come
yeah,
on.
I am, baby.
Come on.
Now,
I got no idea about the second bit where it's like, have you embarrassed yourself publicly?
yeah,
Sure.
of course.
I'm sure I have. I
Yeah.
don't know when.
I don't know when or what, but yeah.
I'm sure I have. Hasn't come to mind directly.
Did I fall over or something?
Something happened.
Something. Insert story here.
Yeah.
Hope that helps. Off we go.
So this next one, he's called up with 6 dribbles, but only one of them is kind of worth it.
Well, play that one.
Yeah.
6 is a lot.
Yeah, Tom, Eddie, D or Dave. I'm live here with the big booty bulldog, as he's currently got his head inside the toilet bowl. We've got his missus as well. I'd just like to get a word from each of you. Big booty bulldog, how you feeling? Big booty bulldogs, missus, how you feeling? No comment. All right, it's probably a terrible dribble, but fuck you, Dior.
Let's get into that.
Dave's copping it hard.
Jeremy, fucking done. Anyway, take care. Be you soon. South Premierships next year. Anyway, all right.
Yeah,
sure.
Ciao.
Sure. Big Britty Bulldog having a tough time. Shout out to Big Britty Bulldog having his mate jam a phone in his face of the dribbler hotline while you're fucking having a boot. Not fun.
No, I don't think that would be fun. But it's funny for me.
It's funny for us. Did you see the video of our friends from Saturday night?
I couldn't work that out.
I thought they were...
Was that staged?
No.
It wasn't?
No, that was not staged.
Why are they in the car?
So, friends of ours, we won't name.
I also thought it was old. I couldn't work it
No,
out.
they were at a house, not even a house party makes sense. They were at like a lunch at a friend's house. Like friends had purchased a house and they were just like having people over or something. Celebrate for lunch. Big day. A lot of drinks. They went to the pub. 3 of them went to go and sit in a car and have a vegan cigarette. And the boys are at the pub are like, and the girls and the wives and girlfriends, that sort of shit, they were like, oh, we're back in 5. We're just going to have a vegan ciggy. We'll see you back. And they just never came back. And the guy's like, where the fuck are they? And then the video is them happening across them all in the car, fucking passed out, like greened out in the car. One of them laying on the side of the footpath next to the car. And then the rest, it looks like
It looked like a...
Simi P in the chat group said it looks like a cartel shooting. Like, because like one of the boys was sitting in the driver's seat again, not driving They were just in the car, dude. But one like slumped over in the front, and then the two in the back slumped over on each other, and then the fourth laying on the side of the fucking street, like on the footpath. I was like, I saw that video. I'm like, I thought it was like a failed. I thought it was like one of those, like a Brown Cardigan video of like, you know, some fucking junkies trying to steal a car, but they're just being too high to do it. And I was like, oh no, this is just the boys.
I actually thought it was staged because it's too ridiculous.
Yeah.
All to pass out.
I know.
I know. What are the chances of that?
All of them passing out in the car. They'd been on it all day, but like.
The bloke on the fucking ground he's got history. He's got ground history.
Yeah, he does have ground history. He's got footpath history.
Yeah, he does. Oh, fuck yeah.
Anyway, that was a bizarre video to see. Shout out to them all.
All right, we got two more.
Yeah, sorry about the turn. Tom, Eddie, David, Melbourne-based dribbler here. Just after your rankings of drinking venues, like what's your sort of top 5? Like Bolo, for me, number 1. BYO Dumplings is up there as well. Classic suburban pub is also there. But like, what's your top 5? New South Wales, probably RSL right up there. Don't have that much in Melbourne. But just keen for your thoughts. 5-0 Ashes soon. England fucking never. See you soon, boys.
Why don't Victoria have RSLs?
I was thinking that just then. As he said, I'm like, why is that? Return Servicemen's League.
That's such a Victorian thing not to have.
Have they got clubs down there instead? Do they have clubs? I don't know.
I mean,
I would say this. It's got to be about the vibe.
Yeah. Anywhere can be good.
The vibe of the joint needs to be good. A Diggers is great. An RSL is great. A Bolo is great. A suburban pub is great. It's all about vibe. Some pubs obviously better than others.
A good beer garden's nice.
It is.
Well, it's great.
It's great. There's plenty of sun. Plenty of good vibes.
Plenty of sun, plenty of seating.
Not too big a line. Not too fucking crowded. You know, you
get it.
The older that you get, the less crowded you want it.
Yes.
I would say that.
Yes. Also, like, the less single you are, the less you care about, the less crowded you want. It's like when you're single, I went to the Sheaf on Saturday Arvo with Steffi. She's had 9 months without anything. I've had 3 months without a schooner. So we were like, let's go just have a beer at the pub. And it was just funny being in there and seeing like young, not even young dudes necessarily, but just like groups of single people all just getting hotted up for the pub and like their horny fucking single energy around there. And I was like, yeah, I don't have that energy anymore. That's gone. That's left me.
Yeah, testosterone levels have
Testosterone
decreased.
levels. Well, let's hope they're just flatlined. I hope they haven't gone down, but they certainly haven't gone up.
Well, they've gone down from where they were.
One could argue.
You could argue that.
You could argue that.
So what else I enjoy? A golf club.
Oh, yeah.
A golf club. Like Braidwood Golf Club, for example, is so fucking dribbly.
I don't know it.
There was like, did I tell you this story on the podcast? Can't remember.
know
We
what
went
the
down there
fuck
for
the
a
story
wedding
is.
during the year, and there's like a legend there who must have been an old truckie. And he's got like his like old bumper bar sort of thing up in the sort of tab area of the club, and it says, "Ain't no road too rough, ain't no muff too tough."
Oh my God.
Hanging in the bar. He's won like...
Does he own the bar?
No, I just think he's a legend there. He's won like the last 15 freshwater fucking fishing comps. He's won a couple of salts.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
right,
Like,
yeah.
He's club president. He's done it all in there.
So it's like, but he's sort of building this thing as a shrine unto himself a little bit.
Well, but his performances have dictated that.
Yeah, he's earned the right to.
He's earned the right.
Yeah.
But it's dribbly. It's great. There's a tab in there. It's fucking got big pool table, snooker table. Like you can have, you can spend a weekend in there. Put it that way.
100%.
You could roll out a swag in the corner. You could spend a weekend there easily,
Comfortably. I love that. I also love the like no nonsense, bare bones country pub. So again, Rugby World Cup hero Sam Carter, we would go to his place on New Year's back in the day, a couple of years ago even. But I think it's called the Spring Ridge Pub. Shout out to it. And it is just 2 rooms basically. It's like the bar, which is like the front bar, fucking couple of stools up against the bar, and then just next to it is a pool table and a fucking music box, whatever they're called. Jukebox. And it's just nothing. There's tables outside, but it's too fucking hot to sit outside. You got to be inside with the aircon, and it's just, you go in there, you get fucking hot meat pies, and you load up on schooners, and you just play pool and pick songs. It's just like, this is heaven. This is all I need on a hot fucking Spring Ridge day. I'm getting very horny for it.
There are over 200 RSLs in Victoria, so I don't know what the thing about states there is.
Yeah, okay. This guy just doesn't know his RSLs.
Yeah.
Odd.
All right, last one.
Greetings, Tom, Eddie, Dave. Long-time listener, first-time caller. It's the cow soy dribbler here. I've just been reminded of a little yarn with your bit of a poo talk this week.
Yes.
About 10 years ago, I moved from my humble town in Queensland to attend Australian Ballet School in Melbourne. I soon realised it wasn't maybe as disciplined as one would have thought. In one of my first months there, we'd finished for the day and someone had left quite what can only be described as quite a large log on the actual toilet seat. Essentially, someone's just laid this huge fucking cable. Anyway, the Mexican cleaners come in, very understandably upset. She was distressed. Big deal was made of it, all right? So the next day we had this monstrous meeting. They called every class in. We all had to sit in a room. It was like someone had died. The director of the school comes in. She's got tears in her eyes. She's saying she's so disgusted. She's never seen anything like this. It was pretty bad, but it was pretty funny. I was looking back and I was like, Jesus Christ, they really made a big deal out of this thing. Everyone thought it was this one kid. They're having all these anonymous tips, but they couldn't really prove anything, so it just kind of went on. Years later, maybe 7 or 8 years later, I found out that it was actually the school captain at the time that had shit on this toilet seat, and that started my ballet career. But anyway, love the work, boys. Chad Townsend delivering hopefully premierships to the Mighty Cowboys, and shitting in the bowl never. All right, love you. Bye.
Interesting. That again reminds me very much of the burner phone, the fire, like you being the creator of the havoc that then you have to sort of like try and fix. The school captain tut-tutting at whoever's shit on the toilet seat, but he knows he did it.
It's fucking evil genius stuff. The whole time when he was telling that story, all I could think about was your stomper mate.
Oh, yeah, the dude in the boarding house. I think his name was Mario, or at least he was the one that was finger-pointed, pooing in the shower and stomping it through the drain, which is disgusting. And
you wonder why the pipes aren't clean.
Well, exactly, right.
And was that like a daily thing?
No, he just got someone.
When the mood struck.
No, look, again, he wasn't a mate. He was a guy in the boarding house, but he didn't stomp it well.
Oh, he left some.
Well, that's how he got caught.
Surely you got to clean up your crime. Yeah, but the stink would be fucking overwhelming.
Again, dude, I don't understand.
All those
smells.
cubicles like next to each
Well, he got caught, dude. It was showers. All
yeah,
next
but they're
to
next to each
other.
other.
Yeah. And you can see underneath.
Yeah, you can.
So I don't know if someone saw him. I don't think someone saw him. So he just pooed and left it. Or at least he was accused of it. Someone pooed and left it. Mario, he copped it. I don't know if anyone ever got caught or if Mario just got accused of it. But listen, shower stomping is not for the faint of heart.
Yeah, you got to have stomper in your blood. It's got to be who you are.
Yeah. And there's not many. Like,
There's
you're a
not
sick
many.
fuck. It's like burner accounts, firebugs, shower stompers.
Yeah.
They're the three.
Yeah, they're one and two themselves. Really.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, they're all like, they probably all do the same. And if you're a firebug, you're a burner account, you're a shower stomper.
They're interchangeable.
But you probably do all of them.
Yes.
You know what I mean? They say, like, if you have asthma, you might get psoriasis, you might get eczema. It's like they're all autoimmune bunched together.
Yep.
If you're a fucking have burner accounts, you probably poo in showers and you might start fires and be a fireman just to put them out.
Yeah.
Anyway, Glad we got there with that. Was he a ballet? Is that what he was saying? You went to ballet school?
Yep.
That might be our first official ballet dribbler, which is nice.
Love to hear it. Love to hear
Always
it.
good to tick that off.
Yeah, love ticking it off. Love to tick it off. It's incredible stuff. Incredible work. Congratulations to you. Mm-hmm. Hell of a show.
Yeah.
Dior, you've done well this week.
Done well, Dave.
Thanks, mate.
I don't know why you copped so much shit. But
No, you copped a bit there.
One of those weeks.
Just one of those weeks. You never know when you're going to get them.
One of those weeks. But don't let it get you down, bro.
No. About even Wednesday, podcast number 2. Or about even actually might come out Thursday. Just for this week. But it's available on YouTube and it's also available on podcast form. It's also just been named in the newspaper today, we saw, as one of the top 10 new podcasts in the country. That's no bullshit. It's also not surprising. Thanks for our sponsors. Thanks for tuning in. Talk to you Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Could you two just not talk anymore?